There we are. As good as the day it was made. That's not a good thing. Right, let's remove the... Oh god, this is around the... What the bloody hell is up with this packaging? They will not expect you to take it out of the box, I don't think. Surely they're keeping them around to play with more than people collect them, surely. Right, so put that in there, presumably. And nope, it just buckles and doesn't go in. Oh, just slot around. Okay. And finally, after only 9 years of pissing around with packaging, we have our very own Poundland. Amazing value every day. www.poundland.co.uk. Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. Bizarrely, Poundland, £1 each. Yep, that's the way it works. Although unfortunately, students still go in.
MR pair.
Hello there.
What you need if you're working in Poundland, some smart ass shit. Anyway, what's on the side? G, thumb up, Overlord, sync power, A-OK. That sounds great. That sounds like the sort of truck you want to be driving. Until you look at it.
I haven't brought up chat yet, give me a moment.
Well, what the hell's up with the windscreen wipers? This is very cheap. Did you notice the...
A mystic!
That's also coming off and has loads of bubbles underneath. And you can actually see through the top because the plastic is so thin.
That pig. Die, pig. You will be put to the greater good. Possibly going in Candy's stomach. Can I get him in the blast furnace? No.
Hi.
Stop! I basically made a blast furnace for nothing.
Just a big logo they don't really use that often anymore. And this one is a Nobel World Champion. They just put that on from
No in Mystic's Frig Chamber.
Oh, we've got this label machine left over from all the Formula 1 cars we've been doing. We'll just stick that on the side of the Poundland collectible truck. Well, there we are. I can't wait to go out and do a Beanie Babies and blow all my money on those, and then they're not worth anything, and then I die in poverty or whatever. Right, up next, Jesus Pen.
I do.
This didn't come from a UK pound shop, to my knowledge. Well, it might have done, actually, having said that. Might have come from one of the smaller family-run ones. I haven't seen this in the major ones because it's not particularly high quality. Obviously, it is depicting a popular Christian icon, Jesus of Nazareth. It has a very large chocolate coin. But when you look closer, you realise this, in fact, isn't a religious figure. This is the singer Chris Rea with heartburn. It's obviously Chris Rea. Look, it could not look more like Chris Rea. He's on the road to hell and indigestion tablets. Oh well, don't it actually write? I should try it a bit. Yes, it did. Oh my god, I've ruined my collectible. I'll apologise. Sorry. There we are. I'm sure I'll get away with it now. Well, that's marvellous. You can now write all your fan letters to Chris Rea in a toga with a pen that looks like Chris Rea in a toga.
Break my house, chat.
Only I had some mini wrestlers. Now we're talking. Man,
Most of it is built by yours truly. I say most because not all of it was.
In case they go and see their accountant, a hammer in case they want to kill their accountant, and a wrestling championship belt. That makes more sense to me. Also a stretcher for some reason. They're from our friends at Fantastic, and they're just about G.I. Joe size sort of figures, maybe a little bit smaller. Let's look at that and see what's going on. Oh my goodness. It's always good when you see that they've got some kind of massive screw in the back. That's what I say when I'm lying to people. Right, so the articulation is kind of the legs.
Mr. B.
Solid 8 out of 10. Envy me.
I'll take an 8 out of 10. Mystic. I like candy too.
Yeah, screws in the back. There's sort of weird holes in the chest. I don't know if you can make that out. It actually leads in between.
I'll take an 8 out of 10.
And his face. Billy was a very poor wrestler and couldn't afford a mask, so he just poured ketchup over his own head. Good old Billy. He looks kind of suspicious. In fact, he's got a facial expression like some bugger has just poured a load of ketchup over his head, actually. Oh, Billy, bless you. You sit down over there near your stretcher and your briefcase.
Mystic just chilling in my front garden.
That would be amazing. I think it might. It does. Oh my god. No, it does open, so you can keep his sandwiches in it or whatever. Can he hold the hammer in his hand? No, because this hand is sealed up, and this hand is just permanently
Okay.
open. Well, you can look at the hammer. Wrestlers looking at hammers is something I think more toy companies should explore. And the other one, with equally wobbly arms, is a bald guy who looks really goddamn excited, with childish glee about something. This is like he was only expecting to get some sweets or something for Christmas, and then he opened a brand new Nintendo 64. Dad, what Nintendo? Oh, Dad, I'm so excited, Dad. Oh, bless him. He probably wouldn't have had the soul patch when that was happening, but hey, such is life.
That takes some extra bits.
Same sort of articulation as the other one, oddly enough. Can I pull his leg off? Yes, I can. I need to regret that. Had to put on force, though. I will say, it didn't come on very easily on its own. I'm sure the kids would pull it
Yes,
off.
I'm gonna go on a mining trip.
I've seen worse. If you want to see a good example of this type of figure, here is a Chuck Liddell or Chuck Liddell. The famous MMA fighter. No, she's considerably bigger, but also far better sculpted and.
Do I not have that many?
All that kind of stuff. Oh, Chuck.
I don't have much food by the looks of it.
No, it actually kind of looks like he's giving the invisible man a blowjob or something rather than childlike excitement. Well, that's all ruined for me then. I've just ended up with a slight headache. Fortunately, I've got some head soothe to sort me out. But surprise jump cuts, because apparently showing this to the camcorder immediately makes the battery drop from 1/3 full to 0. Either that, or the spare battery is again knackered. Oh goody, I can buy another one. I should just get one easier. Actually, to connect the camera directly to the...
I don't have torches, what am I doing?
This camera make a sort of weird humming noise when I open it. I can't remember, I've lost the lead so I can't check. Oh, it's giving me such a headache. If only I had something to soothe it away. Sadly, this will not do it. Thanks, Health Point. Apply direct to forehead. That is really reminding me of something, and that is driving me mad, and I can't think what it was. Anyway, let's continue. Specially designed to apply direct to forehead. Use as required. So,
There we go, that's better.
Specific claims about what it does. It's just called Head Soothe, and use as required, which often means you can't overdose on it because it don't really do anything. Well, let's see what it's actually like. First, God, it doesn't look very professional.
We can go down here then.
Thanks, with your weird bright sticker. So it's like a sort of crazy... Oh, that's a cap. Right, might help if I take that off. Yes. There we are. Oily. It smells like menthol. Yeah, not particularly strong smell, but it is quite mentholy. Well, that's nice. I'm going to put some on my forehead right now. That's made my forehead a bit oily and very, very slightly cool. Maybe is that due to menthol, or is that entirely in my head? I have no idea. Let's put this back together. Now, I went and checked as to what all the ingredients do to see if there were any active ones. Spoiler, no there aren't. Ingredients: butylene glycol. This is a preservative you find in loads of skincare products. It helps keep things moist and is often used to bulk them out. Propylene glycol is very, very similar. Aqua is literally water. It's just a posh name for it in Latin like. And also, of course, they had a #1 hit in 1997 with Barbie Code. One of the most popular songs ever released in the UK. That's a terrifying thought for you. From record sales anyway. Menthol, yes, we smelled that. Stearate, which is a fantastic name for a prog rock group, that helps them dissolve in water and is another sort of cosmetic cleaning thing. Stearate is a form of soap. Polyoxama 407, which is the villain from the new Star Wars film. Quite looking forward to that. That's a chemical that dissolves oils you find in cleaning stuff, toothpaste, mouthwash, and stuff like that. EDTA is an acid you find in shampoo that improves stability in air, and sodium hydroxide is an alkali used to neutralise acids, probably the EDTA. So yeah, it don't really do anything except cool your head slightly due to the menthol. It does feel slightly cool now. So if you've got a very minor headache that can be cooled to get rid of it, there are probably better methods than spending £1 on this stuff. Ah, my God, I've remembered. It was like a meme thing, wasn't it? Apply directly to forehead. Head on. That was it. Like an American TV ad. Ah, it was all over YouTube like a decade ago. Head on. Apply directly to forehead. And just work through repetition. Head on. Apply directly to forehead. Head on. Apply directly to forehead. Scum. It was sort of just repetitious and weird. So I'm far too pleased myself for finally actually remembering what that was. Ah, what a day. If only I had a mouse that felt like a squidgy pig. But don't worry, Poundland provides all. Squidgy pig mouse, soft touch USB optical computer mouse. Add a little character to your desktop, because it's like a little character, meaning that's a kind of pun. Thanks, Unicom. So, the idea is, add a little friend to your desktop, soft squidgy body, that's not sounding good. Scroll wheel, right click eye buttons. Oh my God, that's with googly eyes and click. USB optical mouse delivers greater accuracy and control. No software required. Simple plug and play. Unless you're using an operating system from 1987 or something. It's compatible with Windows 2000, Windows XP, Windows Vista. I don't care. Right, I've cut the package open, so we should be able to... Yeah, here we go. Yeah, ooh. It's squidgy. It's just sort of... Yeah, it's just sort of the guts of a mouse with a rubber membrane. The buttons click as you press the googly eyes. I kind of think this isn't the optimal design for a mouse. Do not look into Beam in a small village in Cheshire. And you've got a scroll wheel. Well, it's an optical mouse with a scroll wheel for a quid. It just feels sort of weird and crap. I tell you what, I'm going to go and test it out, actually. I'll go and plug it in the computer and see what it's like. Back in a minute.
I heard an explosion.
0 seconds for you. Told you it would be quick. Yes.
Mystic, what have you done?
Just be rubbish, but no, it works. It looks stupid and it feels odd, but it is basically an optical mouse for £1. You can't complain unless you don't want it to look like this. I'm going to skin it inside. Oh, no, I'm not, because I can't get it on. Sorry, piggy, but this isn't your day. Yeah, that's... Hey, it does the job. I'm not complaining. Let's pull his eyeballs off, then he can complain. Oh, time for some food and other such items. But all I've got is this popping cotton candy gum with stickers from our best friends, One Direction, the band that, I don't know, somebody left and said, God, did you know writing on the back? And War and Peace on the back of that. And that is one of the most glum-looking sad onions I've come across for some time. It is. Brush teeth. Be active. Eat healthy. You're implying that this stuff's unhealthy in here, aren't you? So here's One Direction, in case you don't know who there are. There's Benito, Benito 2, Benito 3, Benito 4, and Hair Morley. Right. Just where I can rip that open. There's like a foot in a flip-flop. Isn't that near something I'm going to eat? It's just weird. Right. Whoa. You fucking twats. I thought this was going to be in a package or something. Great. Now I've got cotton candy gum all over the bloody sofa. Marvellous. Just what I needed. Oh, bloody hell, it's just like sugar dust. Sticks in my mouth, get some joy. Ah. Oh. It is like candy flossing. There's something gone wrong. Oh, it's all sticking to my... Oh, why don't I just wipe it on the sofa, for God's sake? Oh, dearie me. And that's the sticker, is it? It looks like something somebody's found in a bloody album from the 1970s or something. Look at the weird colour of it. It was discoloured by the stuff there, I suppose. Great. So I've now got a weird forehead from the bloody hate suit stuff. My fingers are all sticky from the One Direction cotton candy stuff that's gone everywhere. Why did I say popping? I didn't get that impression at all. Maybe this is horribly out of date. Something to give this to a comic convention. Oh yes, there we are. No, best before end, 31st of October this year. It's fine. Bloody marvellous. Right, I'm going to have to jump cut again. I'm going to wash my hands and spit this out. Strawberry my arse. Right, so let's continue with the cursed review now that I've managed to clear all the cotton candy gum stuff off the viewfinder of the camcorder. Incidentally, while I was away there washing my hands, etc., The battery died again. I'm now on the third spare battery. No, wait, the second spare battery. I've only got 3 batteries. This is unbelievable. I'm going to catch fire in a second without the use of the blowtorch. Having anything to cheer me up there. Oh, an alien that looks like a potato. That's cheered me up. That's cheered me up. Action figurine, articulate, alien. Yep, you ain't joking. This, it is just basically a potato that's been slapped into the shape of an alien. Come out and show us your beauty, my friend. Before you... Oh, no, can't. There's batteries in the back. But... What? How do you activate whatever it does? That's really weird. Right, that goes in the hand. Oh. Okay, that doesn't really go in the hand very well. Need some blue tack to hold that in. But there he is. Do you think, actually, this is what the Smash robots from those 80s adverts were fighting against? They were keeping these evil potato aliens at bay. Also, his eyes look like weird ellipses. Now I'm looking at this. Do you mind just reuse the mould? There's not actually any electrics in the back. Let's just reuse the mould from an earlier design. I think I have reviewed something very similar to this before, but in more alien colours. Maybe that's what's happened. They've just gone and reused the mould from lazy monkeys. I do remember seeing these in Poundland for like quite a long time, just not as bad. I like that. They did need a bit of a sort of vegetable twist, and I think that has done the trick. Of that, we really need to use a lot more moisturising cream. Getting very cracked on there, old mate. Get some of that heel balm, that'll sort you out. Alright, soldiers time. Warning, choking hazard. Hooray! 50 pieces of soldiers. I'm gonna count them. Ready? No, I'm not ready, because that would be very dull. This was distributed by Momentum Brands, made in Dongguan in China, so you know it's gonna be good. Well, actually, you don't know if it's gonna be good or not. That's why I'm gonna show you. So, here's the deal. There are white soldiers and there are green soldiers. Only one faction can survive. Treaties on war in itself. Right, they're fucking terrifying. Basically, what they've done is gone for the terrifyingly thin thing. They're all even hit by steamrollers or something. Also, their guns are weird. I don't know if you can make that out, but yeah. They could do with a few pies, to say the least. Do you know what this looks like, actually? Just picking it... Oh, my goodness, look at the body on this one. That's astonishing. It's like that chap in Beetlejuice who's been crushed by a car and works in the office. I think what has happened here is an alien race has seen pictures of humans in books, so just in 2D representations, and tried to recreate them without realising how 3 dimensions works. Well done, alien lads. You may only be theoretical, but you are crap. Look at the face on this one throwing a... Good God. One throwing a grenade. Bloody hell, you're so badly injured to be eating the grenade. You'll feel better afterwards, mate. Put yourself out of your misery. Crikey, oh yeah. This one with a gas mask may win the award for flattest soldier ever. That's really astonishing. You can actually climb under a door to get people somewhere. Can I take that back? I'm not sure. Oh, yes, no. I was thinking actually they were different designs, just similar, but no, they are exactly the same. Thanks, incredibly thin and in no way really creepy soldiers. Oh my God, there's one with binoculars there. Oh, you're out. You see me there? Yeah, I've lost some weight. Yeah, it was an accident. Don't worry about it. Right, I'm going to count them now and see if they really were 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Right, we're halfway there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh God, I've lost count. Ah, bugger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are exactly 50. Well, that's made me feel better about the world. But unfortunately for you, you've just watched somebody count 50 shit figures without turning the video off. And I'm afraid that's time you will never get back. Rest in peace, Spare Battery 2. You were cheap, you came from eBay, and you no longer hold a charm. You will live on forever in our hearts. Just as this fucking bubblegum is going to live on forever on the sofa. Because apparently, as soon as it's contact with air, you've got 9 seconds to get rid of it before it sort of turns into sticky stuff. So this is marvellous. I don't know how I'm going to get this off. Fire, chemicals, harsh language. Suddenly me again. It's just occurred to me, you know, going back to the head soothe stuff from earlier, if you do have headaches, which you can find, well, soothed by making your forehead very cold, there's a much better product in Poundland. They do these packs of like weird menthol sticky stuff that you can put in the freezer and then stick straight on your forehead, and it is infinitely colder than the head soothing stuff there, and will basically do you a lot better for your money. And that's my advice for the day. But who will help Chris Rea with his indigestion? Cheapo. Blimey, 2013 and I'm still not dead. I know, I can't believe it either. Anyway, time to look at some more stuff from Poundland and other such shops with similar names. And first up, our old friends at Signalex are helping make our phone music play louder with iPhone Speak.
In 2023, an extraordinary and extremely unusual 1960s Dalek came to light, tucked away at the back of a shed in private hands. Over a period of months, it has been painstakingly restored to its former glory, and we've been granted detailed insight into the restoration process, during which time its screws, dents and scratches have been meticulously examined. The evidence revealed to us a type of Dalek which was unique in Dalek history in its design features, its construction method, its colour scheme, and the way it was used on screen. Following the clues to track its identity led us on a remarkable journey across Europe, not literally, and revealed some bizarre choices taking place at the height of Dalek mania. This is the story of a strange Dalek design variant that's been hiding in plain sight. It's another cracking mystery for the Dalek detectives. If you'd like to support our research, contribute ideas, and see clips and early videos, then check out the link in the description on how to join our Patreon. In 1965, a Dalek movie starring Peter Cushing's Doctor Who exploded into cinemas. The movie is a feast for the eyes and a lot of fun for Dalek fans, but even the more astute viewers might not have noticed that this film includes a unique Dalek design hiding in plain sight. The hero Daleks used in this feature film were made by Shawcraft models, who supplied all the hero props to television throughout the 1960s. Shawcraft made 8 fully operational casings for this movie, comprising 5 standard blue drones, 1 blowtorch Dalek, which we detailed in a previous video, plus 1 red and 1 black casing to function as leaders. But in one memorable scene, the Daleks have a rally ahead of their big dastardly plan, and the control room is filled with props. The 6 blue hero props are in the crowd, taking up the more prominent positions, including the blowtorch Dalek, which tries to blend in. But the other 10 Daleks are very special. Rather than trying to employ a split screen or a matte painting, these really are 10 full-sized casings, but they are quite different to their comrades, and there is some debate over who made them. But before we get into the controversy, let's examine how they were used in the film and see the design feature which sets them apart from every other Dalek. These background props were probably primarily made just for this scene, and as such we tend to call them extras or dummy Daleks, since they never have an operator inside. They are also sometimes termed jelly mold Daleks, for reasons we'll come to. But as well as being scene fillers, the production team wanted to use them as effect props for moments when they did not want to risk damage to the hero props. And in fact, the very first glimpse of one in the movie is for a pyrotechnic effect. When the blowtorch Dalek finishes its cutting work, another unit pushes down the door, revealing the Dalek in which Ian has escaped. Except that this is not the prop in which Ian escaped. This is one of the dummies. The most distinctive feature of these extras, which can be spotted at a distance, is on the collars around the shoulders. Normal Daleks have collars that narrow towards the gun boxes, but these Daleks' collars cut backwards at an angle before running forwards, which creates a sort of zigzag effect. The next time one of these dummy props is seen is on the screen of the Dalek control room, as the leaders keep an eye on the test subjects in their lab. It's conspicuously the only Dalek which isn't moving. It's a little hard to see in this view, so in case you don't believe us, there are photos taken on set which show the props in splendid detail. In these high-resolution images, the difference in finish between the surfaces of the dummy on the left and the hero prop on the right is plain to see, and we'll discuss why this might be and who was responsible in a moment. When you can't see them in close-up, another design choice which makes them easy to spot at a distance is clearest in the chanting scene when they can be compared to the main Daleks. The dummy Daleks have a pure silver base colour on the skirt and shoulders, whereas almost all the hero props have a blue tinge to their base coat. The contrast can be seen more clearly if we boost the saturation a little and look at the two props either side of the red Dalek, and that's the silver Dalek on the right, although things aren't entirely black and white, or rather silver and blue, because over on the left is a hero prop with pure silver shoulders. And in this shot, the hero Dalek on the right has a silver skirt, but as a rule, the dummies are all silver. For this scene, the electricians have wired up every pair of lights to a single switch so that the chanting appears in perfect unison, which means there are a lot of trailing cables hidden from the camera, although some wires can be seen in behind-the-scenes photos. These images once again show the dummy props far more clearly than was ever intended, and a front angle like this gives us a good look at the collars, where you might notice that the build construction is somewhat different to the hero prop on the right. The next time a dummy is seen, it's once again employed as a stunt Dalek during the Thal's incursion into the city. For the build-up, a hero prop is used and the rope is looped over its head, but when the shot cuts, it's become one of the jelly mold stand-ins. The lights are wired up to flash to bring it to life, it has articulated limbs, and the eye comes off on impact with the wall. In this shot of Ian leading the Thal's advance, this is a dummy stationed in the distance, again incongruously standing still whilst the rest of the shot is bursting with activity. An on-set photograph provides an excellent side view of this dummy, and again shows its uneven surface. But it's a definite benefit to the shot in the movie, and I'm surprised that the plethora of spare casings wasn't used more often in this way. If I was to speculate, I'd suggest maybe they were a late idea built after the production started, and maybe that's why they don't appear until beyond the halfway point of the movie, after which they appear in 3 different places, not including the effects work. Thanks to this prominent scratch on the third panel on the right side, we can determine that this is the same prop that was used in the testing lab, which in itself is curious, as it implies this prop was more handy, more mobile, or perhaps finished before the others. The final use in the film, however, does very prominently show the imperfections, as this dummy Dalek is grabbed from close to the camera and flung into the corner where a pyrotechnic is set off. In fact, it's the demise of the dummy Dalek which spells the beginning of the end for the evil aliens, as this explosion damages the electronics of the Dalek city enough to plunge the control room into darkness, which foreshadows or perhaps inspires the more severe inflicting of damage which stops the countdown and saves the planet. In this destructive climax, a dummy Dalek is placed close to the control panel and rigged to explode, An on-set photo shows us something interesting that's never seen on screen. The dummy Dalek has come apart in the middle during a struggle or the collision, and the top is resting to the side. What's a little tricky to discern in this photo, due to the smoke, is whether the upper part of the Dalek is still present. The neck and dome almost certainly are there and just obscured, and we can say that quite confidently because of the key secret behind these cheaply made casings. Unlike the hero props, which were cast from multiple pieces in smooth fiberglass molds, which were then carefully assembled, these dummy Daleks were cast in large chunks to save time. The neck section, for example, on the main props, consists of a cage made from 3 rings.
There was a tornado today that was off the coast.
With a mesh
Ooh.
surface so that the operator could see out. But on the dummy props, this entire piece is a continuous solid surface. This meant that when the dummy here was exploded, its neck had to be cut away to resemble a more typical
That couldn't have been
cage,
good.
so that the explosion could more effectively erupt from inside. And instead of building a skirt section, cutting 56 holes and mounting 56 separate hemispheres, the extra Daleks had their bombs formed as part of the surface, so they were cast just like. In order to create the enormous mould from which duplicates could be cast, an original pattern or plug had to be created, i.e.
Two actually.
Oh God.
When making a mold, you have to completely encase an object, but if you have any undercuts or anywhere that the mold material can creep in, then the mold will be permanently entangled and locked into the original object. So the original Dalek shape which was copied could not have been a normal Dalek which was full of fiddly details. It would have to be custom made to avoid any undercuts. The Dalek pattern would not have had any mesh in the neck section, nor could the hemispheres have featured the usual little channel around them caused by them being pushed through from the inside. A very noticeable consequence of the need to create more simple
Yeah, it is bad over here right now.
is the eye stalk. Normal Daleks have a set of slender discs, but to make a chunkier pattern which would be more
Yeah, you need
easy
to like make a
remove from
chest
the
or
mold,
something.
the core of this set of shapes is a large lump. This is a very clever shortcut because unless the props are seen from the side, the outermost discs obscure the bulbous middle. And this helps us to understand how the dummies ended up with the distinctive zigzag collars. Because the hero Daleks had collars that were cut separately from aluminium and screwed on, with a spacer holding them away from the shoulder section below. But this creates a void beneath, which means a mould cannot be taken because of the undercut. So it looks as if a set of bare shoulders had solid collars sculpted in clay, and then a mould was taken.
Florida weather, emoji pensive face.
But the sculptor seems to have gotten confused about the geometry of the collars and sculpted the angles backwards. This contemporary sketch showing the Daleks' measurements is interesting, as it shows the zigzag shape. If this was an inaccurate, hasty drawing of a hero prop, then used as reference, perhaps it resulted in the mistake being transferred to the dummy props.
Oh, missed some iron
It could
here.
also have been drawn based on the dummy's
It us
design.
gets wild over
Not
here.
draw any conclusions.
I can imagine.
These jelly mold Daleks. In Doctor Who magazine long ago, it was stated that the props were made at the plaster workshops in Shepperton, where the movie was being shot, and they were said to be half the cost of the main Daleks. It's unknown what the source is for this information, but it's generally accepted to be true.
Be right back.
That's plaster workshops, not plastic workshops. Timber and plaster having been the basis for building sets of large
Oh,
props
hello,
for
Gold.
decades. But that was all changing with the introduction of plastics reinforced by fibres of glass. If these props were made at Shepperton, it's perhaps because of their inexperience that the surface of the Daleks came out so rough, compared to those made by Shawcraft, who were specialists in fiberglass. But equally, if the original Dalek builders, Shawcraft, had been commissioned to make the dummies, then they would have done them hastily and knowing that they did not need to stand up to close scrutiny on screen, so this alone might account for the rough finish. What I think confirms that they were made at Shepperton is the error of creating the zigzag collars. Since Shawcraft helped originate the iconic Dalek design, and had made at least 15 of them by this point, it feels like something they wouldn't get so badly wrong. Similarly with the colour scheme, The silver finish strikes me as the result of someone having to approximate the correct paint if they didn't have the original pigment. And the fact that some sections of hero Daleks are also silver might be evidence for them being repainted at Shepperton. But then, on the other hand, all the bits needed to make the Dalek pattern itself would surely have originated from Shawcraft. Perhaps it was a joint venture necessitated by the tight schedule of the budget, with Shawcraft delivering 8 hero props and 1 prototype dummy, and then Shepperton cast up the rest. These brief glimpses are the only time that the Zigzag Dalek design has ever appeared on screen. Fast forward 60 years, and we receive an email from a lovely chap called Ivan, who showed us a photo of his Dalek, which was tucked away in storage at the back of his garage. It's exactly the right shape for a 1960s Dalek, and at first glance it looks like it could be one of the hero props, as the collars around the middle have the normal design. But look carefully and you'll see that behind these normal collars is a raised section that reveals this prop's true identity. And here is a photo Ivan shared with us that showed when he bought the prop in 1992, and the zigzag collars are plain to see. So it was easy to verify that Ivan has had an original 1965 movie dummy hiding away for 30 years. But what happened in the intervening decades before he owned it? To work this out, we need to look at what happened after the movie finished shooting, when the publicity drive began. On the 17th of May 1965, a dozen of the props were loaded onto a truck, ready for a long journey to the south of France, where they would be paraded around the Cannes Film Festival. 7 of these casings were the dummies, and this excellent set of photos allows us to spot distinctive bits of damage or bad paintwork, which makes each of them unique. For example, you can see this Dalek has an extra little swish of silver paint encroaching into the black above the lower neck ring. This makes it possible to spot this same Dalek on manoeuvres in other publicity shots. On this other Dalek, its neck section has a big white splodge on the black of the middle of the neck. And on the third right panel of the skirt, there is a lumpy line between the top 2 hemispheres. And if we switch to a different photo, taken a few seconds later, we see the same Dalek has some more useful identifiers on its right-hand side. The lower collar directly under the armbox has a chip taken out of it. The bottom of the front right panel has some ugly surface features, including a stripe by the bottom hemisphere, and on the fender, the underside edge has been damaged for a length of about 6 to 8 inches. If we want to look for it in the film, we can use the first of the features mentioned to locate it in the chanting scene, where the white splodge is just visible on the neck. The photos of the float, once it arrived in France, are not great quality, but the splodge is big enough that we can make it out on the Dalek on the left of the row. Upon their return from the trip abroad, the Daleks began a promotional tour of the UK to publicise the movie, and the same dummy Dalek can be seen here in Birmingham in August 1965, with the armbox chip seen on the casing closest to the camera. In this photo taken at Selfridges, we can see the Dalek present is one of the dummies, and the extra little swish of silver on the black near the lower neck ring reveals it to be that other Dalek we singled out being prepared for its trip to Cannes. The Liverpool Echo ran a competition in August, affording readers the opportunity to win a real Dalek. The event was run in conjunction with the Lewis's store in Liverpool, where a display promoting the movie had just been set up.
Crap, where did I come from?
In a prize giveaway in the magazine TV21. The 3 lucky winners of a Spot the Difference competition, a full-size Dalek as used in the movie would be theirs. In October 1965, the 3 winners were announced. Anthony Barber went home with a red and black hero prop, which was actually a repainted blue casing. Terence Worrell won a black Dalek, and the youngest of the winners was then 6-year-old Keith Stark. Keith had received a knock at the door from a TV21 employee, which informed him that he had won a Dalek which would be presented to him by a pop star called Heinz Burt. A week later, the family went to the Majestic Cinema in South Woodford, and his parents were somewhat mortified at how big their new acquisition was. This photo shows Keith inspecting his prize, and you can see the same chip in the underneath of the arm box, which identifies it as the same Dalek at the back of the chanting scene and that we saw at Cannes. Keith enjoyed its presence for about a decade before selling it to Bishop Stortford Round Table for £20, after which it underwent some renovations. To appear at their fundraising events, the Round Table made some changes, such as installing flashing lights and cutting a slot in the front so that the operator could see out. This was because, unlike the standard Daleks, who had a partially transparent neck mesh, the dummy Daleks were solid. After about 15 years' service and a bright new paint job, the Round Table sold it at Bonham's auction house in August 1992 to Ivan, who undertook some of his own restoration work, including stripping back the garish red paint job. He wanted to make it more functional like a real Dalek, so he patched up the letterbox in the front and cut open the neck section so an operator could see in the traditional way. He installed a set of collars which hid the idiosyncratic zigzag shape and painted it up in colours that were more representative of its movie appearance. But after lying dormant for some years, he decided it was time to go the extra mile, and so he employed the services of veteran Dalek builder and historian John Kelly to return it to its screen appearance as authentically as possible. We're extremely grateful to John for recording videos for us as he worked on the Dalek, and here's his appraisal of the overall condition of the casing once he'd nearly finished stripping back the paint.
So I've stripped all the paint off using a fiberglass friendly paint stripper called Marine Strip, but there's still some stubborn patches here and there. There's quite a lot of damage to the underside of the shoulders, drill holes and chips and things like that. I'm going to want to replace this rather rough fill here and make it fit in better with the rest of the front of the shoulders. If we look inside, there's a real bodge job to retain the antennae. The section was stuck with filler. I started to chip away at it to get back to the fiberglass. I'm going to fill the antennae holes, re-hole them, and fit in wooden antennae retainers like the real props had. There's a fair amount of nasty damage. There's a big hole here that I'm going to need to fill. I do wonder if they used a mixed media mould to make the whole top section. Maybe the shoulder half was fiberglass, but I do think the neck section must have been something like silicone, inside a fiberglass jacket. As you know, these neck rods here, they'd be very difficult to release out of a fiberglass mold. They'd lock. So something like silicone, which is flexible, they'd come out easily. And if you look at the neck rods, they're not particularly which is the sort of thing that can happen with a flexible mold like silicone. And the casting up this section in fiberglass, it's going to be very challenging. Getting the fiberglass ring will be very, very challenging. So you can see there's some sections where the gel coat just hasn't been reinforced, the fiberglass matting hasn't quite gotten in there. At some point in the past it's been chipped away or damaged and we've lost the surface, so more filling. Having taken all that thick paint off, it's really cool to see all the original surface detail reveal itself and all those quirks and inherent features that you get when you originate from the Shawcraft Dalek. All these lovely lines. You'll notice that there are a number of areas which have this sort of browny rust colour. These are areas of exposed fiberglass matting after the gel coat's been lost. Maybe the previous owner, when they stripped the paint back, they had to sand some stuff in patches. I'm not sure where the rusty tint comes from. You can actually see that on the inside of the dome as well. If you look at the section above this hemi here, on panel L3, you can see a bit of a thermal distortion that helped John Green identify which prop this was in the movie. The most challenging part of the skirt restoration is probably going to be the fender. It's clearly taken some pretty severe damage at some point, and the repair is pretty crude. There's a metal plate behind this section, and on top of it they covered it with loads of filler. There's this pink sort of fiberglass filler, and a P38 sort of car filler smeared over here. Not actually properly catalysed, so some of it's very soft. So look, there's a piece here I've removed already. You can see how thick it is. Obviously you want to restore this as close as possible to its screen use state, so all of this is going to have to go. Obviously retain only original material that's present underneath it, but everything else needs to be refashioned and made good again. Here's another large section where the gel coat's gone. We've got this rusty colour sort of coming through, so I'll probably give this a coat of surface primer then level it out. Here's the front join line of the skirt, where the two halves were put together. Here's the join at the rear. This is interesting. I think if you made the mould for this, or cast up the two halves down the middle, it would be very difficult to release, but by angling it, you can kind of swing the two halves of the mould off. And if you look closely at the back corner here, you can see this the tip of this strip of metal which is running all the way down the panels, the join panels. And they must have braced the two halves together, fitted that metal strip of reinforcement, and fiberglass all around the inside of the skirt to bond the two halves together. There's quite a lot of flex in this skirt around the join lines, and there's hairline fractures running down both join panels. There's a huge bit of damage at the back here where it just cracks totally away. A few hairline cracks down here, and I'm going to need to make this very solid before I fill all these cracks and make it good again. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to reinforce the top return, which at points you can see is more or less non-existent. But we need this to be solid, because otherwise I'll do all the work and then someone's going to lean on it and it'll just crack all over again. I want to retain as much original detail from the fiberglass sections as possible, but things like this section I'm going to smooth down. It's very rough filler. My life is deteriorated over the years. I'm going to run inside now because it's starting to fall and grain.
After stripping the paint layers back to the fiberglass, John's work revealed a significant amount of damage done to the dome. This looks suspiciously like the result of a heavy impact, and one event which matches the damage perfectly is when this Dalek is hurled down the lift shaft and the back of its head impacts with the wall. However, the rest of this casing did not end up with either, because this one has a different silver mark. So, it seems that the domes of two different casings were swapped at some point. This photo shows the next stage, once John had carefully filled all the areas of damage, whilst leaving any uneven sections which were authentic to the original casting process. You can see the holes for the gun and arm have been filled, ready to be recut.
I have made it home safely.
More sympathetically.
Good.
Here's his next update, once the holes have been cut and the surface had been primed.
Well, here we are. This is where we're at now. We talked about keeping original details. You can see, for example, that the joint between the shoulders and the gun box is a bit rough, but that's undamaged. That's how it originally was. A lot of the damage to the lower collar probably happened because the shoulders don't actually fit all that well on the skirt, so I've slightly raised the shoulders on the skirt, but we'll put some felt on the inside of the collar to provide some protection to both parts. I've reconstructed the top of the neck rods, which are fairly rough anyway, but in general, I think it's turned out pretty well. I just need to refill a few bits I missed on the first pass, then a load of high build primer, and we should be good to start painting.
After his final prep work, he painted the surface with diligent attention to the correct shades of paint, and the result is an absolutely glorious restoration of the original prop. It looks as good, if not better, than the day it was rolled out of the workshops. This dummy is the only one of its kind known to survive from the batch of 10 that were constructed, and in fact it is the oldest surviving movie prop of any kind. John Green and I are very thankful to Ivan and John Kelly for allowing us such a detailed look at this remarkable rarity.
Halloween once again, the time of year when a witch punches a skeleton and the spider comes out. I don't know. My understanding of Halloween is quite weak, frankly. But I do understand Poundland, and my godly goodness, I've had a load of new stuff in here, like really interesting bits and bobs. But first, we must decorate the sofa, by which I mean cover it in some stuff it takes me ages to clean off. Let us begin with spider web. 12 spiders included, super stretchy. The spiders or the web? Maybe both. I also quite like the packaging and spiderweb on there. Right, ultra long barcode, always a treat. Let's rip it open, destroying our teeth and mouths in the process. And it's cotton wool? No, it isn't. There's more to it than that. Let's get the spiders out. There's 12 of them, you know. It is super stretchy. It's like a cross between cotton wool and the stuff you get that holds a wig on your head, if you're familiar with that. I don't know, I think I should be stretching this a bit thinner, maybe? I really don't know. Am I doing this? Have I ripped it? Have I done it wrong? Have I ruined everything? Does this actually cover 1,000 square miles? I don't know. There, cobweb. Looks more like a cloud. Let's get a thinner bit. I have a feeling I've wasted my pound on this one by doing it wrong or something. Well, there we are. Spooky. Let's put the spiders on. Great. There we are. But don't worry, because we can set it off with, wait for it, silly string. Not seen this for years. C leads for colour. I'm guessing green. If you're not familiar with silly string, it's some horrifying chemical cast-off thing that comes out of a spray can and then inflates and causes some messy stuff that gets everywhere and annoys your mum. Right? Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Yay, silly string. Oh God, no, it's done that. Oh, bloody hell, that was a mistake. Right. Can't get out of the nozzle. Well, there we are. Great. And now the can's not coming in. 100% success there. Look how spooky that is, everybody. It's like being in the devil's very own funhouse on a day when he's just sprayed some old crap on the sofa. Right, let's begin with the first item proper. Let us begin with one of my favourite Halloween items ever in Poundland, actually. Hey, everybody likes a nice tea light holder, don't they? How about, don't worry, it rotates, creepy doll heads tea light holder. Look at that. That is astonishing, isn't it? No, it's properly well done. It looks like a porcelain doll head because it's kind of a doll head made out of porcelain. The nose is chipped. That's not Poundland's fault. I know that's on the internet. Yeah, and it's got loads of holes in it. As you would want your creepy baby-faced tea light holder to have, obviously. I mean, this really is creepy Halloween stuff, isn't it?
Hey.
What do you want? I think Poundland have knocked it out of the park, but that is properly creepy. In fact, look at this. LED tea lights, 4-pack. Oh yes, 25 of your magic pence each.
I am back.
Yeah, I only need the one.
I can see that.
It emulates
What?
a flickering flame. Look, we can put it in here, and then we can turn the lights off and see how creepy it looks.
I'm not being shot from anywhere.
It's like a haunted baby has forced his way into your house to smother you in your sleep. I mean, where else could you get that for £1? Job cut.
Why you banned me?
I didn't do it.
Crikey, what an image. Right, next up, a real candle. Because who doesn't want some actual fire at Halloween? And how about one in the shape of a blue...
Wowza Rooney, it has been quite the week. We whacked out a new main channel video revealing that play buttons are changing forever. There was
Yesterday.
I didn't do it.
I made my entire audience hate me
From
for
typing.
changing my profile picture to this.
I didn't do it. Don't know why you're blaming me. I didn't do it.
Top post of the week. Let's try again. Mods don't pin this, and it is Duck Gang 800 upvotes. Oh, that's ages from 2000. Sorry, guys. Technically, pinning wasn't in the rules to begin with, so it should have been accepted. He's just reluctant to change it. He's not gonna do it. He's gonna
Then
say,
who
I
did
never
it?
promised it this week.
I don't know.
But yeah, you got over 2,000 upvotes. You all earned the Duck Gang profile picture for a week, but I just thought it'd be funny to raj you up and delay it by a bit. And rajed up you indeed did get. But yes, if I've remembered, the Duck Gang profile picture has returned for the next few days. Why not? We will We'll invade the subreddit with Duck Gang posts until he surrenders to the gory.
Who has access?
700 upvotes, which is a lot of upvotes for this subreddit. It's not cheating. We done it fair and square. He's narcissistic in denying us. We got over 2k upvotes for the first time in years. We literally revived the subreddit, but his narcissistic self is just like, no. Everyone's so angry. What? Oh my god, yeah, look at that! It's a Minecraft video! What?
To do that,
I'll tell you what, making this thumbnail was a struggle, because I was like, I have none of my Minecraft-related assets. I was like, how do I make a Minecraft thumbnail? I don't know what I'm doing. What should I put in it? This little Drax looks MC. I nicked a DPK thumbnail from about 6 years ago by just typing me into Google Images. You can make cute Minecraft renders like this. Feel free to mock them up and email them to me. I kind of need them. Got 106 comments, so let's see
Can
what
I
you said
join?
about the Minecraft video. Nearly had a hard time when I got the notification. Let's go. This is epic. I really hope he continues the series. He kept acting like it wasn't fun and we wouldn't like it, but it was so awesome. Honestly, I like he doesn't know what he's doing because it gives nostalgia for the first time we played. I actually really enjoyed recording it, and I recorded episode 2 as well, and that was a lot of fun too. As you can see here, the video was a big fat 1 of 10 with lots of green arrows in the right
Please.
direction. So it seems like people are excited about it, so I'll keep it going for a bit, because I think it's kind of nice and refreshing to have a Minecraft video in 2024 that isn't like crazily hyper edited with like really huge massive projects. Instead it's just me messing about and wandering about for an hour. Also, can we acknowledge that this is a promise that I have kept? Also, the Duck Gang profile picture, that's another
Can
promise.
you
I
talk?
keep my promises, guys. It's just people remember the minority ones that I don't. Get this to 2k again. The Duck Gang, brackets Jack is a scammer. We have the most upvotes.
What is in the back? Bye, you are annoying. I am unsubscribe. Hi.
Videos out on Thursday. So, I mean, you know, I'm as disappointed as I'm sure you all are. It's a real letdown, isn't it? Why didn't it
There's
just
more!
the day short so we could have just got the video out on time? But whatever. Did you have a nice holiday? What advice do you watch Jack from?
Hi, it's Joe.
Pie chart. Yeah, let's keep the pie charts going. We love them. I never actually see any of these pie charts that are
Hey,
Can we just point that out? I am actually curious in the data, but the top comment is
give me a moment.
Smart fridge, so brilliant. Yeah, no one's being helpful here. I assume most people are watching me from their phone. I feel like the videos I make
You
are
okay?
quite TV worthy.
Yeah, I've just come very close to dying about 7 times when I just found diamonds!
So many people tried. Weekly Reddit video, who cares about that? Jack sucks at Minecraft's big return. I don't know how frequently I'm going to get the videos out. I mean, I guess I'll assume weekly, and hopefully there can be extra videos as well, so that you still have the Tuesday and the Thursday videos. Please, Drag, I receive another I Let Kids Edit My Video, and you receive 26,000 likes on the Reddit video. I'm kind of cautious to promise it, to be honest. It's not something I'm hugely bothered about doing again. I think it was really good at the time. I don't know if there's still a large audience that would be interested in that. Let's confuse people new to the subreddit. Okay, we've got a Fredo, we've got a piece of beans on toast, Toilet Gang, Duck Gang, brilliant, and me nothing of plan. Excellent. Yeah, there are far too many inside jokes to this series. New YouTube playable will be sold separately. Yeah, isn't it insane how much misinformation spreads on Twitter? It happens so quickly and so easily as well. Twitter's got to be like the worst social network at this point. Please stop it. I got 7 Duck Gang posts in a row. The subreddit getting filled with Duck Gang posts. Me wanting to see something interesting. I'm just having to see this template. I love watching it blossom. I think it's got some serious potential. I keep saying it, but I don't.
Neutrino relive your streams 4 years ago.
Oh, look at that. It's me in 2024 playing Minecraft. It's really
No, I'm just doing what I'm best known for at the moment in my community. Ow. Opening Minecraft worlds to us all.
Best video this year. My favorite part has been him getting excited over every small thing. Top quotes in my opinion. I don't really want to dive into his hole, to be truthful. Got a couple of arrows up my arse, but we're getting by. I just spell the chicken
But
the new
then again,
Let's see all of the ways people spell it to be. Spelling is to be confirmed.
No, actually.
Is what people seem to be going for. Could also have David with an E on the end. That could work. Yeah, I think we go with David. I also said it in the community post, so it has been officially confirmed. The way Jack gets so completely annoyed about YouTube not sending him anything. Yeah, so people started posting that there is a Lego play button that YouTube is sending to creators. Randall came out of nowhere mentioning me, and then I just immediately ranched up about it because they're not going to send it to me.
Is IT the pair that doesn't like pears?
Is that the candy that likes bees? I don't know. You don't have coffee in your name. I can't make a coffee acronym. I found diamonds, Candy. I found diamonds. Are you proud of me? I found diamonds.
I don't like candy.
What? Oh, hello, Mr. Creeper. How can you not like candy?
I dislike Jack now. Okay, perfect. That's so annoying. Jack Six Espanol has beaten Jack Six's stuff. Fair play, Jack.
Good job, parents. So proud.
My second
Is this guy going to explode or not?
shorts these days. That channel's probably going to get to 2 million, isn't it? That's kind of crazy to think about. Fingers crossed Jackson's stuff picks up a bit too. All of my channels have kind of slowed down a little bit, which is fine. But you know, it's always
I think it's finally
I don't
time.
like candy.
YouTube, it comes in phases. It's kind of like this.
Thanks for blowing up my torch. I think it's finally time for me to return to the surface.
David spelling with an E or the David spelling with the double E. I think at this point this one's been locked in. Though officially I think people call David have it spelled like this. Which spelling is correct. It's a good little
There was a bit of sunlight somewhere.
Alright, there I am in Antarctica. There we are, a penis stone. I forgot about that one. It'd be just so
Candy doesn't like candy, it crazy.
not far away from us. I could be there.
You could call that
Just stop off now.
pear crazy. There's a reason why I don't make that joke. Oh, hello, Mr. Zombie Villager. Why am I attacking him with my compass? I mean, alternatively, I could just jump into some lava and just
The laugh
die.
at the end. Candy, why name yourself Candy is you don't like candy.
Yeah, good question.
Things, and understandably people are angry because you don't even get your name on it. Like your name might go on the back, but it's just so much less of a prestigious thing. I am really curious about these though. At time of recording, no one has.
It wasn't this way.
How big they are, and you know,
Wait.
$25. That's expensive. I expect this to be.
Cause candy is sweet and in sweet.
We never said pinning was cheating. Quite unfair, if you ask me. What is this play button? Yeah, I've been saying
Candy.
this one is a 100ml briefcase, and it looks like a 100ml play button, but it's gold instead of red. Is it just the lighting? I don't think the lighting would do that. I don't know what channel it's for, so
Ooh.
essentially they tweaked it to match the channel's colour scheme better.
Hi, DDX.
To match the background here, but I guess that makes it a new variation. I don't even know what channel we're talking
I has a bucket.
CEO. Uploading a fan ad someone spent hours on.
I has a bucket.
Post. Oh, we got some flossy fan art on the next slide. Well, that's adorable. Thanks for that. David.
My sister's hen in a bar is coming. I need a plan for 6 that includes beach, spa, and culture, but won't break the bank. Chat with Gemini now in the Google app.
Good job, you got a bucket.
Everyone's spamming Duck Gang and posting about
Oh my god, it's more diamonds! Oh my god, how did I miss them?
God, my Minecraft video came out. Oh, we could have been in trouble. Guess the most dominant thumbnail colour in video title. What? Okay. 24 hours in an upside down house.
Can I guess the month of cooking stream?
Also a lot of red for the house. I guess that's
It is pouring.
red? The answer's blue because the sky.
Yeah, I guess so. I still need to sort out that stuff. Oh, I've run out of sprint because I haven't got any food left. More demons!
Haha, it's sunny and cold here.
Demons!
Is cooking stream March 2025.
It's
Eat
not
rotten
gonna,
flush.
it's not gonna be that far, I don't think. It ain't gonna be that long. I could eat rotten flesh, but then that gives me that.
While food showed up.
We said last week how YouTube was showing likes instead of views before you click on a video. But for this person trying to watch the latest bit of Mr. Beast drama, it's displaying the comments.
The rotten flesh is Roxy Brain. You just ate Roxy Brain.
In the last Reddit video,
I ate Roxy's brain. That's fine, she wasn't using it anyway.
games I think Jack should play. Go on then. Score. Yeah, probably fun. Roblox. I've done a bit of that in the past. Balloons, Tower Defense Battles. Not bothered about that. Not bothered about Stardew Valley either. Minecraft. Absolutely. Honourable mention. Red Dead Redemption 2. I've played a lot of Red Dead multiplayer, and it's a great game to be fair. I'm not sure there's much to make videos.
There was 2 tornadoes. My eyeballs are tired.
All the trading card designs are locked in, I'm afraid.
Do you hate Roxy more than Vanny?
The beach trading card.
Do I hate Roxy more than Vanny? Yes.
Do you remember this?
Vanny has not been a problem yet. I've seen her.
Did the tornadoes come close to you?
I've seen her once.
Plushy. Ah,
I've seen her once, and all she did was walk past me, and then Roxy full on crashed the game.
No, they were off the coastline.
Okay, now I just gotta follow the torches.
Jack playing Minecraft again, yeah! Has anyone seen this new YouTube feature, YouTube Learning Experiment, auto-generated quiz? What are they making auto-generated quizzes for? It's not a quiz website, it's a video watching website. Why are they making AI-generated general knowledge quizzes? They're trying such weird stuff. Like, why are they changing views to comments?
Okay, good, you're okay.
These quizzes, they should leave it to the creators, right? Jack, why are you on Snapchat Spotlight? Presumably because someone's stealing my content, which is irritating. Everyone annoyed that Jack refused to change his profile picture. Jack just doesn't want Duck Gang to return. Duck Gang deserves justice. Jack, you never mentioned the penning is cheating. Surrender to Duck Gang. Summon it right now. The equals to Duck Gang post. I thought you were vegetarian, Jack. Then I'm going to brutally murder that cow as well. Well, I am. It is a game as opposed to brutally murdering an animal in real life. To this day, Minecraft is the most demanding game that Jack has played on camera on his top-of-the-line $3,000 computer. Hey, I whacked the render distance up a bit. What more do you want from it? Mini Woman Kitchen animation. Okay, let's have a look.
What's up, guys? Free Woman Kitchen here, in the kitchen, feeling.
I forgot I did that.
Ready.
Well, that was adorable. Petition for Jack to get a new silver play button for Free Woman Kitchen, so one of the first new play buttons printed says Free Woman Kitchen. I would love to. I think I mentioned this in the last video though. I have been denied a Free Woman Kitchen play button because of my channel strike on that channel from the previous owner, but they did say
It was over here.
they might decline me again, but you never know. I've applied for new Jack Live play buttons, so hopefully society won't get back to me. So I don't know if they just haven't got to me yet, or if they're purposely not getting back to me because of our history or something. We will see. Jack called himself sexy. How narcissistic. Yeah, originally when making this thumbnail, I was looking for a more traditional image to represent sexy, and then I thought
Yay, a pair found his way out, good job.
this. Let's go with something that'll
Thanks. I literally saw it.
Taylor Swift album covers. No one saw it. Ah, that's an idiot.
I saw it like earlier when I was going through, and I was just like, "Oh, that's my way out."
It is sat outside. You saw it, crazy.
I might just have to sit here and wait for it to turn to day. It's too dangerous in the overworld at night. Oh, my leg!
Get one with EJ Sat because he hasn't redeemed the play button on my channel yet. I guess I could try, couldn't I? I can't remember what the latest is. I think I can't because it's not a YouTube partner, but maybe the system's changed. I don't know.
It's fun mocking you, pair.
Jack's on trending gaming and it actually made sense. Ah, we got 46 trending for gaming on the Minecraft video. Let's
Thanks.
see how high we can get. You never know.
You have your British lingo.
Enjoying the video. We shall riot. Justice for Duck Gang. Make it impossible for Jack to ignore these posts. Okay, well, you got what you wanted. Jack promising to change his profile picture if a comment hits 2k likes, plus when Jack said pinning the comments is cheating. We need an update. Can you touch your toes yet? Look, I didn't came up with a toe toucher. Now I have to whack my feet out. Oh. Okay, I don't know why, but I seem to be able to touch my toes. Really been doing any stretching.
With your soren chips and crisps.
That must have indirectly contributed somehow. Jack must really hate when that happens. I dread to think what this is going to be. Look at the thing in the background. I always think it's a shame when YouTubers like delete all of their old videos once their styles change. Flashback. I'm sorry that my 60. Well, that's a different thing, isn't it? I apologise that it is time. Okay, delete forever. I didn't delete all my videos. I just deleted this one in particular. It's a totally different thing. Look, you've ramped me up now. I'm playing with the juggling ball to calm down. Jack made it into a meme-made video. Ah, here we go. Look at this. It's happening, guys. It's happening. Bus driver just casually driving. Me who just
Like the title.
after it was like 5 minutes early, so I was caught off guard.
I couldn't think of a title, alright?
Can't be nice. It's very unique.
I couldn't think of one.
We got time. I think what we'll do. Oh, did you see that? I just dropped my advanced never starts on a throne. Wait until Jack finds out he can call people on well, I'm gonna have to give that a go. I've got a channel with 1 million uploads. That's mental, you know. How does
No
that
TY.
happen? I don't seem to be uploading that consistent. Like, it must be AI, mustn't it? But that's
I gotta sit here and wait for this to turn to day.
It's been 1 year and 7 months since Jack promised he was going to draw Cornelius. Considering I could probably get it finished within about 45 minutes, that is outrageous for me, to be fair. Actual evidence of
I ain't risking being knocked all the way down by a zombie.
So if you want to see it, go to the vid. Well, let's see it.
If only we had even diamonds, we could split. I think well, we might be able to split it between everybody so far.
Oh, look at that. She got the mug, she got the hat, she got the t-shirt. I wonder if anybody else owns
We need some elevator music as we wait.
Alexa, play elevator music.
Elevator music new mix from Spotify.
Here, keep the diamonds, you got them. Candy be nice, young lady.
Alexa, volume up. Ask and you shall receive, chat. How is this elevator music? How the hell is this elevator music?
This isn't elevator music. It's fun. Not boring. Elevator music boring AF.
This is not elevator music. I don't want to rejoin premium, not if it's that bloody expensive. Get out of my liked songs, didn't even put you in there. It'd be easier just to search up classical elevator music on YouTube.
Bloody expensive.
It's $11.99 a month. I ain't paying that much. There we go. I reckon it's safe to go up now. Right now, compass. Oh, we're not that far away actually, because the room portal's here. Turns out we didn't go very far.
Joe is back, boy.
Why did my phone turn off? Made it back home.
Immigirl TY. Pair wanna stream other games.
Wait, where did the rest of my coal go? This one I had more coal than that.
I stole it. Add peer vlog.
So the world needs an adult with some experience and that's good, like Tony Stark, like you. I don't know. I guess I've become something.
What's the recipe for an item frame? I'll just craft a
Here
bunch of
you
item
should
frames.
make a vlog.
I should make a vlog. I'd have to find something to vlog about though. Leather and sticks. Maybe next time when I go into town I'll vlog it. I don't know about streaming it, but vlogging it I probably would do. Streaming it would be an option if I had data when I do it, but I don't really plan on going into town for a little while. Not for like one of my big trips that I usually do. But when I do it.
Pear doesn't have the most exciting life. You can stream a vlog.
Yeah, next time I go on a big town trip, which is something that I do, I will try streaming it or vlogging it. I will do that. If I can't stream, I will vlog it, of course. But I don't really plan on going to town for a little while. I don't know if I will be going for my birthday, because there's already something I'm lining up with my birthday money. So it might not be until after Christmas.
You can make a vlog about eating and rating restaurant food.
We don't really have that many restaurants in my town. Well, like, if we do, they're really, like, expensive. But we might have an appearance by Cal. He might join us on it. Depending on what time of year it is. Like, if it's around Christmas time, he will be joining us. He'd be fine with that.
Cal. WTF.
Because, of course, me and
Do
him...
I put Cal?
Because, of course, we both know each other IRL. I mean, I've done for many years. He's right. Look at his own business capitulation. I need to go kill some cows.
Hit myself in real life.
Pardon.
Can you do security breach?
I ain't gonna be any other. Yeah, mate. See how I feel in a few minutes.
P.O. very polite.
Pardon. See how I feel in a minute about security breach. What am I doing? Looking for cows. That's why County logged on once. County logged on once. And hasn't logged on back on since.
Pear say I'm a pear that eats pears cause I'm pear crazy 1 2 3 LOL.
a Turkish Kinder Egg. Oh, look, there's a Bugs Life.
Incoming.
Bill Pop is still around, which is always good. Chicken with a bit of wood. But it's certainly one of my favourite combinations. Dead green cat. All my favourites on there.
That's
What's the best before, David? The best before was C-Pack. What? This is the bleeding pack. What? Do you mean the one inside? Let's have a look.
very weird request.
Kinder Egg is Osmo egg. I don't know why I'm not saying that, but I do. Osmo egg.
I fancy killing me a villager.
415 or 416? Well, they're either slightly out of date or still in date. I'm happy either way. Right.
Do I have my bucket? No, I don't. Do I leave any
I'd
leather in
never
here?
see a bee play Minecraft.
You probably need me to invite you, won't I?
My goodness. You could not be more Kinder Eggy almost. It's got the holes in, so when little Billy swallows it, he gets stuck in the throat. Instead of choking to death, it just goes like that, and he slowly suffocates instead on the way to the hospital. That's the way it works. Oh my God, how far did that go? Right, I'm going to try a bit of chocolate.
Is that emeralds?
Got a weird taste to it. Ooh. It does have a strange taste. Slightly fruity, almost.
Is that emerald ore?
I just felt almost like savoury taste. I thought it was very odd. It's like they've mixed it with meat or something. No, not into that. But maybe the toy is amazing.
Oh my God, chat.
These little bits. This is like the Kinder Eggs of yore, this one. Oh, except they're advertising Osmo on it. So like that Kinder, but it's very rare they put their own logo on things.
That's an emerald from Emerald Ore.
Oh my God, there's some sort of online thing. I can't be asked for that. There's a code.
Wow.
So I'm sure you'll have infinite fun. Right. This is some kind of
Who the hell's shooting
thing.
at me?
No, some sort of
You.
construction
Ow.
by the looks of it. Ooh, they're weird. They've got like hands on them. Does it say specifically how to put this one together? It jolly well does. Well, let's jump cut.
How many blocks?
There
I
we
got
are.
some dirt.
Osmo roller. Rolling along as well it does. Yeah, so it's basically a steamroller. Or a road roller, if you prefer that term, which I believe is American. It's a very strange design. It looks like it's got a kind of tit on top and boobs at the front. Basically, it's a multi-boob steamroller. That's exactly what I needed in my life at this particular juncture. Thanks for that, guys.
Might steal one of these villagers' beds so I can.
And the other one, we've got
No, I'll just run home.
goes medieval thing going on. Looks like an
Entire.
very old armour, wearing the
Okay. Hello, Tyreed.
Sure that is armour. Well, look, this is what they show on the mighty thing there with the 0 to 3 miffed onions. The actual thing itself, I thought it was going to be some sort of ram or sheep, because they look more like horns. But no, apparently that is supposed to be the feathery things on top of the suit of armour. Gonna be honest, that one's a bit crap. The other roller thing's quite interesting, but yeah. He also had a like living pillow or something, and evil-looking knight. Thanks for that, guys. Yeah, not so impressed with that one, but quite like the steamroller. I would say, actually, that yeah, these are fair. These are a fair resemblance of the Kinder Eggs.
You need to invite me against.
I've seen more of them in my life over a protracted period of time. But you know the best bit, of course. 3 million toy in every pack.
Slavey.
Undelivered mail that I bought off eBay. Hooray! I've got absolutely no idea what's in any of these parcels, which will become very apparent because they're all still sealed. Right, we've got 10, and we're going to begin with this little squashed one. Hope there's nothing particularly fragile, because that'll be in bits by now. Right, oh, this was refused. You don't see that very often. Refused. That means literally they took it to the door and somebody went, I'm not having that. Not for me. Nobody of that name lives here. Or maybe they just didn't want the parcel. Or maybe they've gone mad. We just don't know. What... Right, let's see what we got. Oh, it's a mystery. It's a mystery. It's a mobility song. It's a lucky box. This is a lucky box. Don't see an unlucky box. Bloody hell, this is sat on by a giant Greek god. What is inside? Lucky. Right, and that is a pair of knockoff Apple headphones, basically, isn't it? Great. They feel very rubbery and crap. God. Oh man, that's really cheap plastic. Right, well, I tell you what, I shall go and test these, and then I'll edit in a bit after, immediately after this, where I tell you if they're any good or not. They're absolutely dreadful. Sound muffled and awful, and my friend anyway. Suffocation. Exciting. Johnny sings this is not a toy. Bad picture. Isn't shit. Weirdly sort of, I don't know how to describe it actually. Kind of. Oh, it's got. Oh, right. Oh. Okay, so I think it's nice. Was it a bag or no? It's a coat. Okay then.
Candy what?
It's from our good friends at Yin Feng, or Yin Feng, whatever that was. It's a collection, folk style. 21001. And there's a spare label in case you want to pretend one of your other apples are putting these from Yin Feng. It feels quite decent quality. It's got quite good firm lining. Decent sort of, it's not really the colour or anything, but what is it like? Yeah, it's looking bad. It's obviously going to be too small for me, I would have thought, but I tell you what, let's cut to me wearing it anyway. That's very good quality, that one. Keep an eye on the charity shops around Norwich, folks, don't they tell us sometimes? Right. Plain parcel. Plain, hang on. Plain.
What's wrong?
DG Prawn Mail. Prawn Mail software. I'm going to assume that's not actually was in this. Right. I'm going to cut it open from the bottom. The completely, utterly anarchic. There we are. Right.
Scary white man has entered the chat.
Ah!
Packaging everywhere. Alert. We've got a Ferrari mug. I love it. I mean...
OMGR.
That was the worst jump scare I've ever had to sully my lick muscle with seeing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Why am I going up here? There isn't a furnace up here. Can you put... You can't put sand in a blast furnace, that's a bit... shit, really.
You're not making sense, Candy.
It is a door mural sticker. What? What? Why is it a mural of some...
Give me sausage rolls on ILL. Make sure Santa gives you coal.
How to apply? Oh, I won't be replying, mate.
You can have every sausage roll in
If
grey.
life goes.
Clean the surface well, take artwork to the door, slowly start peeling the fashion. So it just looks like a shitty old door? Is that what it's supposed to look like? Right, we'll have a very quick cutaway to show us how that actually looks. Well, this is awful. I think the actual sticker part of it works, but like the design, ultra low res, real crappy texture, and oh my god, just look at the aspect ratio on that, despicable. Right, this one kind of like it might be a, I don't know, a thing. Oh, no. Look at that. Oh, lacy. Agony. Right, this is something.
And trust me, Santa giving you coal would take it as toll.
Is it a skirt of some type or a dress? Yeah, it's a dress, I think. Look, yeah, here we are. Over the shoulders, look. And then up to this long fabric there. And it feels like really, God, look how translucent it is. It feels really cheap. Like, really cheap. And I quite strongly dislike this as a thing. Yeah, crap clothes, frankly. Something you probably only wear twice, because I imagine by the time you've washed it, it disintegrates. Well, that's not going to fit me at all, so I'm afraid, as exciting as it would be, you're not going to see me wearing a dress. Well, not this one, very least, to be honest. It's large. Well, there we are. I'll show you it being held up. Yeah. After the coat, which was quite good quality, that is a bit of a bloody disappointment. Well, never mind. Right, what's next? Oh, it's a horror film. Now, a new project that's on Kickstarter, in fact. Yes. I've been making stuff on YouTube for nearly 18 years now.
Candy, how was your day?
I thought, you know what? It is time to get into horror. Because as many of you know, I'm bloody obsessed with horror films for like, what, over 25 years now? Doesn't time fly when you're looking at town on the sofa? Our film is called Turn Back. And it's going to be a modern horror film with some folk horror vibes going on. For it is based on our local legend here in East Anglia of Black Shook, the massive ghostly devil dog that haunts the countryside. And apparently in the 12th century attacked a church, which is bloody rude. But that's not all. We'll also be telling the story backwards. A reverse narrative, if you will, where basically the first scene you see is actually the last scene chronologically of the film. And then as the film progresses, you get more and more context as to what you saw.
Pretty depressing,
We've reached the minimum target already, so we're now in the incredibly important period of trying to get as much budget for the film as we can to make it the best we can. And to that end, we've got some awesome perks and things we're selling.
Pear, how has your day been?
Okay.
VHS box, as you probably noticed. Oh, look at that. I mean, this is a mock-up, but you get the idea. Exactly like something your dad taped off the TV in, like, I don't know, 1992, possibly even earlier, something like that. This will contain copies of all three of our films: Game Child, Oblivious Heist, and Turn Back, in both their original super sharp formats, but also, wait for it, authentic-looking VHS versions.
What do you mean, Candy?
And no, we're not just running them through one of those filters. We will actually be recording them to VHS and re-digitizing them so it all looks proper. And you know what? I haven't even shown you the best bit yet. Wait for it. Wait for it.
My day's been great, thanks y'all for asking. Just kidding.
Yes. And yeah, obviously these are mock-ups because, you know, there'll be 3 in the full set and they won't look like that. But you know what I mean. You get the idea.
You're welcome, Isaac.
So we're trying to do this for about 5 years. And we finally worked out how to do it, basically. But that's not all. Spooky repainting. Ashton's here in black suit with a red shirt. Very reminiscent, actually, of the logo. You see what we did there? And also Hugh in his tremendous black Shook jumper. What do you think of that, Hugh? Good.
Big emoji nail polish.
Also a set of collectibles, DVDs, Blu-rays, and drunk commentary track. I'm quite looking forward to that. And there's more. I'm sure there'll be
If anyone finds any
I've
yellow
been crying most of the day due to a huge panic attack at the normal.
Ooh.
17 3/4 years. Pretty sure there's people watching this video who are going to be actually younger than that. That's terrifying. But anyway, I'd massively appreciate it if you could check out the campaign. It's in the links below. I'll put it on the screen as well. Or you can
Candy, I am sorry to hear that happened.
Right.
Yeah, so am I.
To your previously scheduled unopened mail. We shall move onwards and upwards to this.
Sorry about that, Candy.
But what is it? Well, that's the whole point of it, isn't it? I'll flip the bag open. More clothing? Bloody hell. There's free clothing, everything. Thank you. But what is it? It's 3XL. Bloody hell, it's quite big.
It okay, y'all, it's pretty normal.
This one will at least wear this one, I suppose.
Normal.
Oh, it's a really... Oh, God. What do you get if you cross with a jumper?
What I was gonna say was, if anyone's got any yellow and
We just live life and all that it offers.
Okay then. It only has one.
yeah,
This is weird. It's almost like an elf's cloak from Lord of the Rings or something. It's only got one.
if anybody's got any yellow and white wool
Bizarre.
that they don't need,
No offense, Candy, but that shouldn't be a thing that's normal.
Right. This one can't be clothing. Surely it's a tiny little box. But again, the mystery of what is inside will keep us up at night. So this would have been open immediately. Little cardboard box, and inside, snap-on smile. Oh my god! Is it like a weird sort of false fascia for your teeth or something? Oh my god! Look at that. So what? This comes out, and these just fit over your teeth, and it looks like you've got plastic teeth. Interesting. Oh, cut my thumb. How did that happen? I must have been ripped to that package earlier. I've got the knife here. Why didn't I use it? Well, that's
But yet again, sausage roll addictions are not normal.
absolute weirdo. Well, okay, they look like this. Well, I don't know what I was expecting today. There wasn't a cheap plastic grill. My God. Right, next up is something with a customs declaration on it. It claims to be a magnifier. Interesting. Right. So, cut off this one, actually. No problem. Ooh, it's in a nice carry case. You can live around that if it ever fell out. And... Ooh, hindsight's eyewear. What? Okay. Oh my god! There's a pair of like safety goggles.
There was a Greg's in the airport when I got back. Big smile.
60% magnification.
I'm guessing you got
I
a sausage
just
roll
don't
from
tell
it.
people anything, so all my anger, anxiety and stress sit there in a little bowl.
Oh god. Oh. Yeah, okay, if you're focusing on something up close, that's actually pretty good. They're very clear on that. Yeah, you couldn't like wear these to walk around. It's like wearing somebody else's glasses, except they're super focused. Wow, what a nifty thing. I'm really pleased with that. And it comes in its own carry case.
If anyone comes across any yellow and white wool, let me know, because I need it for my carpet. Pardon.
I don't know why or WHO would voluntarily work at 3 a.m. but I got my sausage roll.
Want to feel the hand, make sure it's real. I'm not a ghost. Don't need to be afraid. What? Am I sweaty?
It is better to let it out, Candy, in my experience.
Honestly, Candy, in my experience, that's better too, in my experience. Oh, I can make yellow dye with these. Actually, if anybody just finds any wool and white
Is
wool...
the FNAF night guard working at Greg's to be there at 3 am? MOG skull.
Oh, that's Great Vids Project.
Wow, TY y'all, but it's called trust issues. I suggest looking into it.
I don't need to look into it, Candy. I have trust issues. I have trust issues thanks to a man who I once knew.
Was that man someone I would happen to know?
No, Isaac, it didn't start with who you might be thinking of. It didn't start there, it started with someone who It's someone who I don't really talk about on stream a lot because I don't really like talking about him.
E. Fair enough, I suffered a fair bit with trust issues at one point.
How the hell did stream become so depressing so quickly?
Anyway, what have we got? We've got a blue
I got over it.
It's full of corpses.
Yeah, I'll get over it.
So three really weird soft
Cousin depressing.
There's four in it. What?
Just drink some coffee candy.
Looks like dead cartoon characters. Somebody somewhere is like, why don't my dead cartoon characters never deliver?
Time to go X game S mode and give chat a plaster.
Release the vacuum and see what we've got. Starting with, oh my god, it's like basically a Minecraft creeper, but with funny goggly eyes, a big tongue, and weird ass arms like the James Dean Road Dog.
I should have brought shears, really.
Well, you can go over there. Let's see this one. This one looks weirdly familiar, actually. No, it doesn't. I've taken that. It's that's from something, I presume. God knows what. But wearing a nice sharp white suit with a red shirt and a black tie.
Hey, Triple Life starts tomorrow.
Such a giant distended cranium. Lovely. This is
I have decided that Triple Life will start of the tomorrows.
Skinny Dragon. Looking very, very upset. That's deeply unpleasant.
Oh.
You can go over there. And finally, this is just the corpse of something from Sesame Street, surely. My God. Oh. I feel for this. Oh, a bit of fluff on the sofa. I feel
I'll have to look for who's...
Um,
Who is... Isaac, who's in...
from something? Is this from something I'm going to reference for? Quite possibly. I've got more.
What is it, season 1? Who's in season 1?
I'm going to assume, yeah.
Oh, it's me, you...
Oh, that's freaking
Candy DDX...
Sorry you have to go through the candy, but I can only help you so much with stuff like that. In Goodima, stay depressed. Pear slaughtered that chicken quicker than Burger King. Yuck.
hang on. This is going to be quite a one to open, actually. Never open your parcels like that. If there's something inside you might actually want, you might scrap up the box. Right. Is that how do you... There's...
Another village!
There's the flat. Right. Okay. Whip. God, it's getting more and more exciting. Dun, 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 dun. 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 Bum, 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 bum. Well, if you don't know what that is, folks, that is a laptop fan, I think. Yeah, it's definitely a cooling fan for something tiny little boy. Very specific one for, I guess, almost certainly a laptop, isn't it? Because look how flat it is. Yeah, it's blowing out there for the exhaust. Like an internal part for a weird-ass graphics card. The graphics cards for years have had like massive heat sinks on the proper fan.
That sheep's got a child, I'll let it go.
Well, we've certainly run the gamut today, haven't we, folks? We've had a bit of everything. My favourite? Probably the coat, actually. Not something I would wear.
I've never had Burger King.
Quite nifty.
I have.
No, do you know what, actually, my favourite are the glasses. Definitely the light-up glasses. Yep, that gets my
I've had it twice.
favourite is, it's going to be...
Only twice? Aha! More wool! Ow! Hello, Mr.
I've
Iron
only been to
Golem.
4 fast food restaurants.
There's a villager in a tree.
Cheapo. Once again, I have perused the aisles of the mighty Poundland and picked out the choicest tabs,
Try 5.
the most bizarre of items, to parade in front of you right now. And let us begin by asking questions to the bitter...
If anybody wants a bell, I'm your person.
You mind listing those restaurants? Emoji kitchen knife.
Inside here, this is essentially one of those magic 8-ball things that's just branded differently. You know, it's like a sphere full of goo, and it has a shape in it.
Oh, I thought that
You
was
shake it,
a doggo.
and it close to the top and gives you one of several predetermined answers to the questions that you ask.
Oh, barrel, I'm taking that.
Bang on. Ha ha, as in, no you know. Well, this is going to be interesting. It's essentially a slightly rude magic 8-ball. Okay, right, let's open her up. Glaring at you as you open it. That's what we like to see. So is this our new dog? Is that how it works? Not entirely sure. Well, they weren't lying with the picture on the front. That's exactly what it looks like. Okay, give us a shake and ask the question. Will Series 2 of the Mandalorian be good? Not listening. Brilliant. Fantastic. That was a pound well spent, wasn't it? Let's try something else. Will it snow on Christmas Day this week?
McDonald's, Tim Hortons, Canadian Thing, Subway OFC, Starbucks cuz me cousins in Olive Garden.
I think it was ha ha as in they didn't come in and then it changed to not listening again. Brilliant.
I've been to a Starbucks. I love Starbucks.
We'll see what happens. It's
It was when I was in London though,
Can
so...
I have the cauldron?
Candy wants the cauldron, I'll bring you back the cauldron, don't you worry.
No sheets given. Brilliant. Fantastic. So basically, it doesn't even attempt to give you yes/no answers half the time. It's just vaguely rude. Right? What other options are there up here?
Yay TY.
No, you not. I don't care.
I plan on going back to London next year.
Well, that's kind of how I feel about that. Why has this got a 2 on it? Is that right? Is there like another version of different?
Don't know if I'll be able to stream or anything whilst I'm there, because I won't be able...
See if we can find something different.
Will I be able to bring my PlayStation? I might actually be able to.
It says no, you not. You have to hold it very, very still.
Though I don't know if I want to risk it.
Backwards, that's
I'll bring Candy a spare one.
which is a very different phrase indeed. Gives another mob gun.
I've been to London, Canada.
It's fly. It's not kind of working. Somebody's bitter and it's me for spending the money. Right. Imagine that you have a desk. Crazy, I know. But you've got like a desk at a job or something, and you have a little placard in front of you that with the job title on.
I've got to make my way back now.
Movies. This is something like loss adjuster or whatever. Well, they've had comedy ones in Poundland.
Like, I don't know if I want to risk it because I'd have to go by like coach or car,
With bullshitter on it.
and putting it in my suitcase is kind of like
Say you believe it and insult people.
a bit
The reason
risky.
of course,
Like, even if like when I last went I took my my tripod, that didn't get damaged at all.
censorship works in words. So
I don't know, I'd have to think about it.
make it less obvious and
Because if I did bring it, I'd be able to do all this whilst I'm still there.
vowels replace with an
Which way do they come from?
But unfortunately, it seems
This way.
that bull is the real part of the word and shit isn't. So I'm guessing something went horribly wrong in the communication on that one. Anyway, let's put that there, and we can put something behind.
And I'd have to bring like a couple of discs with me, and
I tell you what I like. A small plastic soldier. That's not really true, it's just a segue. Just give a this, look at this. 50 bloody toy soldiers.
Olive Garden, emoji skull.
Not just any toy soldiers, but cyber combat basically 2p each. So what do you expect? We'll put a flag in here as well, and maybe a tank. It's completely out of scale to the rest of them. You often get those in buttons of soldiers. You don't know what to say on it. I don't know how it's cyber combat. Maybe they'll.
My grandma forced me when I was in the States.
And I can't actually manage that. The tops come off anyway. That was easy. Right. Are there really 50 in here? Shall we count them? No, we shan't. Well, we've got the flag. The cyber combat flag. Is that actually the flag of a country, or is it not? I have no idea. The rock around it is a bit square. Maybe it's cyber rock, as they, I don't know, fight in cyberspace or whatever. Okay, let's put that there.
I think this is the
The
way.
food was good though, not complaining, and I had 5 glasses of Sprite.
A little bit inhumanly gangly, and they're all very, very red. Like they've already been...
Oh god, I dread to think what candy's like on one glass of Sprite.
Yeah, he's got his bazooka. He's got a corset on by the looks of it. That's not particularly useful in battle, but, well, you know, whatever you're forced to wear...
I have to bring my headphones too. Jesus Christ.
This one's quite nice. I've just realised these are generic soldiers with nothing to do with cyber combat or indeed alien...
I wouldn't bring the VR setup because that'd be a nightmare to set up, and not the camera.
60 machine gun or something, and staring at you as he does it.
All this I'd have to leave at home.
Yeah, that's impressive. How many of these repeat, do you think? Quite a lot, I would have thought. Oh, this one was quite good in the front. Look at that. Somebody standing...
It's not a bad idea, by all means.
It's not like I had 5 glasses of Coca-Cola. Damn candy, that's a lot.
I'd have to give it a bit more thought before I did anything.
Yeah, we're talking sort of inhumanly stretched here. I'm beginning to think these are the aliens, but they're just in very, very human form. Yeah, he's got this massive, I don't know what it's supposed to be, sort of shaped loosely like a shotgun, but it's about 14 miles long. He's got a weirdly human leg.
The waitress just kept giving me them.
Here's one where the sort of sprue stuff hasn't entirely come off. That's always nice.
I only usually drink 1 to 2 cups.
Yeah, marvellous. One of the better
I
ones.
bet you didn't sleep that night.
I am celebrating because of wars. River dance? No, actually, look at the way he's holding his harpoon. I'm not entirely sure what that is. It's like he just stepped in something. I've ruined my boots. They were new. Why is he supposed to have been shot? I can't even get the concept behind that one. Go on, let's pick out another one at random. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I think we found the real beauty here. So he's got a tiny submachine gun that's attached to his face as he fires it. I think these things have quite a lot of recoil and get hot and stuff. Also, what is going on with this arm around there? That's... See, that's so thin. So terrifyingly thin. This one is not worth the tuppence. He's laying the side down here. It's hot, but bloody hell. Facial moulding of the month, bud. Look at that. But yeah, a nice mounted machine gun to fire away. Maybe it's an E-Web energy cannon. I don't know. Something like that. Go on, give us one more. One more. It's another super long shotgun, man. Is it the same as the other one, but the molds come out? So no, they are noticeably different. I'll get some focus there. I know you're scared of the camera.
I was looking away from the stream, so I do apologise. I'm checking up on my Discord, which Candy is still being waited on because of a bloody what is it? Report card. I broke my boots, they were new. Does anybody want any trapdoors?
So yes, there is a company called Displate, and it is an online art marketplace that enables you to buy pictures with high quality prints and have them printed onto sheets of metal. Exactly like that. And then you can attach them to your wall using their magnet system, and have some pretty art around your house to delight your friends and confound your enemies. And if you were to purchase some of this place using the link in the description of this very video, you will get off 20% if you buy 1 or 2, or 25% if you buy 3 or more. I shall explain that again near the end of this bit. So, it's all very high quality and very nice. Look, I shall show you detail up close. There we are, we've done that now. Also, as mentioned on the back here, they plant trees for everyone they sell, so that's all very nice as well. Anyway, we'll turn this back now so we can look and discuss the art. Actually, this is not the best way to display it. Here it is on the wall. So, this is what I picked for myself. This is by the artist Jason Rosalski, and it's called If Only I Could. I really like this. I like the kind of weird, supernatural overtone to it, mixed with the very mundane scene of the farming. If only I could
TY pair.
this terrifying demonic entity.
YW.
Moving on to my second choice, which is very easy because the magnet system, you just take it off the wall, stick another one up. You haven't even got to get the magnet straight, crying out loud. You just maneuver it afterwards. I like this system. Anyway, the second one is by the artist Craig Sterling, and is an incredibly good portrait of Max von Sydow as the villain from the Flash Gordon movie, Being the Merciless. I was actually planning to get one of his Judge Dredd pictures, but then I saw this one and thought, oh wow, that is a heck of an image.
Oh,
Now, I didn't keep
an
all the
egg.
images all for myself.
Egg.
Other people to
Egg.
have a look through the website and choose one for themselves. Now, my girlfriend went for Ocean Stars here, which is a nice semi-abstract landscape. Incidentally, you can have frames printed on them as well, if you so desire. This would have helped my work. My friend Mickey also went for a Jason Rosalski picture by coincidence, which is more Rosalski's known style. The mixture of real life with fictional robotic imagery. Very striking there. My friend Matthew went for this rather nice Star Trek picture of the Enterprise there, in double size, you'll notice.
Oops.
Also available. And my dad likes his aircraft, and his favourite one is the F-104 Starfighter on the left there, so we went for that. In fact, he liked it so much, he then bought the one to the right of the English Electric Canberra, which is an aircraft he used to work on in the RAF many years ago. And heck, I've even opened my own shop on there, and I'm selling 4 different Ashlands designs, if you are keen on such things. So, there's a discount going on for the next few days, and in fact valid until the end of Monday, from when this video goes up. If you buy 1 or 2 displays, there's 20% off, 3 or more, 25% off, but you have to use the special link in the description of this video. Ooh. We now return you to your scheduled YouTube nonsense. Right, good news everyone, the new garden ornaments are in. This time they're chrome-plated. Garden ornaments. Yes. Totally garden ornaments, definitely a mushroom of some kind. Absolutely 100% some kind of mushroom, and it doesn't look like anything else whatsoever. Sometimes this is just too easy. Anyway, yeah. If you want to buy one of these, yeah, just nip off to Poundland and look in the gardening aisle, and there they are, sitting very nicely on the shelf. Actually, I'm going to display that behind there, because that's exactly what we all need in our lives right at this moment. So going back to the toys, some interesting stuff going on there, right? Popper toy, about 100 toys, and this one, Popper toy, another 100 toys. These look like those crappy soft drinks you get as a child, but they appear to have toys in them somehow. I was guessing some sort of Lego machine. Look though, yes, that was an easy guess. When there's over 100 toys, so we couldn't Lego bits, isn't it? Anyway, this is from Passion Toys of Emco or something. From J.W. Dordrecht in Stations Bay. I don't know how you pronounce that. So I'm guessing these are quite clearly gendered. You got one blue, one pink one. We're going to open the pink, presumably the girls one first, because, well, the top's already come off. What is it? Oh, it says it's like an ice cream shop. It's bloody good for £1, isn't it? A little ice cream shop thing going on. What is the quality like? Well, let us fast forward and find out. So, let us clear a path. We have a little parasol on the table. Nice. We have Ice cream sandwich.
I promise, Chad, I am thinking of something funny to say.
That's the table, actually. Let's escape. We have some milk. Quite a nice little treat there, actually. Well done, we like. And a stool. And an ice cream sundae has been enjoyed by this lady, who we shall refer to. What name does she look like to me? Battlecron 3000. There we are. 1000. She had to change her name because it was already taken in Actors Equity. It's like David Walliams. Right, okay, you can sit down and have your ice cream there. You can't complain about that for a pound. It's fairly well put together, actually. Much better than the sort of knockoff Lego used to be. I'm not entirely convinced by the figure.
Yes, I did just send Perry a box of Cheerios DW.
Really difficult. And I've dropped it. But, yeah, I was down for a pound. Really bloody good.
Why did you though?
The blue one. Tops of these really don't stand on. Right. Oh. It is a machine of death and destruction for some of the script. Right. Let's go through and see what it's like.
Ik wear pair lives.
I mean, technically, if he looked hard enough, he would know.
Sausage Roll Man is mysterious and cunning.
It's pretty good as well, really. And a little mobile missile launcher type thing. I can't. There we are. See what we make. Because it wouldn't make that noise if I hadn't put that.
Not yet, Candy. Emoji smiling face with horns.
It has been repaired by top-level mechanics. Oh yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? The only thing is, the instructions are wrong. It shows you as having 4 of the transmission dead fixes, as you can see going into the old...
That as for my villain arc FR.
As shown in the photo, it only has them to the back. Ooh, and they're actually darker green ones at front. Well, yeah, there we are. So, well, it's the age-old story, isn't it? It's a young girl, to the ice cream, young boys, intercontinental ballistic missiles in planes. That's the way it's always worked, apparently. Now, seriously, for a quid, fantastic. Can't argue with that. Tell me what I can argue with. Shit mugs. So, everyone I started trying to call them up, they do this range called Mug Off, where they just have mugs that are rude. See, this one says, what a bunch of cocks. But look, they are the form of chicken known as a cockerel. So it's a bunch of cocks. Do you see? 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 I see. But there was one in there I discovered amongst them that I found particularly interesting. A mug that just says Twant Waffle on it. So, twant, I believe, is a merging of 2 most severe swear words in the English language, and...
I had 7 chicken nuggets while I was on holiday, big smile.
Something you can stick on the end of a hilarious insult. Yeah, this is a difficult one, isn't it? You wouldn't want it yourself, you wouldn't want to give it to somebody, so you kind of just don't want it to exist. Is it the same space as this one? Yes, it is. See, the big problem I have, though, is, especially with Powerland, why would you want to pay a pound for a mug like that when you could have one of these? This is more like it. It even says this mug costs £1 all over it. Also slightly different design to the old one I've got. Also, I damaged it. Sorry, everybody. I'll hold it this way and then it won't matter. This mug costs not anymore. It used to cost £1. Now it's not for sale. It's mine. Nobody will take my Poundland mug from me. Also, I thought it was smaller than that one, but now it's not.
I was...
Good job, Isaac.
Well, have I got a mug for you? It's this one. It's much nicer. Just stick with that one, yeah? Right.
Autism
Let's finish on a high note.
is what I have.
Crap Joe Blue Roll. Why do birds fly south in winter? Because it's too far to walk. There is bearded man, possibly wearing some sentient pile of shit next to it. That's
Here, can I borrow some iron for a pickaxe and an axe?
what quality of blue
Borrow some iron for a pickaxe and an axe? You may!
the jokes are crap, so
If you give me a moment.
is that, yeah, I had a suspicion. It's that sort of a zero prime paper that barely exists.
Isaac Autistic MHM never could have guessed.
Oh, bloody hell. Why are robots never afraid? Because they have nerves of steel. I regret pressing that button. What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot! Yeah, that's the wrong button, but actually, it seems to have kind of, yeah, like thoughts and some noise better than the other one. A shipment of cement was hijacked last week. Police are looking for 2 hardened criminals. That would have been some way forward to the cement.
Candy, what are you up to right now?
Love elevators, because they lift their spirits. How do you impress a baker when you're taking his daughter on a date? Bring her flowers. What do you call a bell made out of watches? A waste of time. Why can't 2 animals take tests?
Building a house.
Test going on. Like seriously, could have taken it to the take this all out. It's not going to happen, guys. Oh wait, sorry, there was going to be cheaters. Why did the toilet paper roll down the hill? To get to the bottom! Because toilet paper now has the concept of tops and bottoms. Did you hear about the guy who stole his whole left side? He's alright now. You could have actually spelled that all right, 2 different words, but it's still been fine grammatically and joking.
You're welcome.
Hear about the new movie called Constipation? No, that's because it hasn't come out yet. The clap, because at least it's sort of competent joke there. Well, there we are. I was slightly worried that this is like a feed of Barry's mind. Just sort of bad jokes constantly through and through like that. Oh well, there we are. If you want something to wipe your bum on, that's not going to be very good, but we'll have some jokes on it.
That's our little mine shack.
Anyway.
I should probably fix this hole.
My beautiful garden ornament, and I'm sure I can find somewhere to put it.
Oh, that's granite. Why do I have so much granite?
The mighty lucky bag. Where else can a child get a plastic bag for a small amount of money and inside it is like, I don't know, a really crappy...
I'll take that very useless granite.
Some type, and probably some crayons, and if you're really lucky, some of those chalky white sticks that they pretend are sweeties. Anyway, yes, this is a video all about the mystery and wonder of lucky bags. Mainly because Poundland, I discovered we're doing a new one, and I bought it. And then
Okay.
It's not like I need it. Hi.
Granite.
And in just being lazy. Hi. TY.
You're welcome. Oh, it's Axel. What's up, Axel? I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'll be back in a sec. I'll be back in a sec.
Granite G-Man, G-Man Half-Life Potential Sausage Roll Isaac. I ask what? Candy, what ya doing with the granite? Never question sausage roll man. Making house.
Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
Good thing Candy's still here. I thought I would have been put alone. Ow. What's that? What was there? What was in that slot? Shovel!
Hi Pear.
Shavile. Hello, Manzine, how are you? My head is a bit thingy. Should I make an iron shovel or... Yeah, I'll make an iron shovel. I'll save my diamonds for like a pickaxe or something. Torches, I need them for my 3rd floor. Hang on.
Goes out, goes in. There. What excitement. Oh yeah, they are effectively crayons really. That's fair enough. Nifty enough. Right. Skin art, silver powder, temporary tattoos.
If I remember
Be right back.
correctly... Need to... Okay, Isaac. If I remember correctly... It's simply just... slabs and sticks.
We've got a tiger. That presumably says tiger in Chinese, maybe does. Any Chinese speakers reading this and saying it actually says, I don't know, septicemia. Little patterns and boxing, because every child wants tattooed on it says boxing in Chinese. Interesting, but we're not done yet for our Crikey, what else have we got? There's at least 2 more items here. Oh, 5 weeks of Freddy's trading cards! These really are just boxes of overstock, aren't they? Well, when I say boxes, I clearly mean bags. And secondly, yeah, I mean, it's kind of literally they are. Fair enough, here's a little overstock for £1, you can't complain of that. Right, what have we got? I feel they should probably warn you, it's like a horror game related stuff. Copyright 2018, it says in the back. That's possibly not relevant to the stuff. Oh, wow. Cool. These slightly cheap feeling, and all the backs are the same, except for the number on the top right. These are real cheap too, isn't it? Well, there we are. There's Freddy Fazbear, is that right?
No, I...
The Five Nights at Freddy's series has branched off into so many wild directions over the years that it's a little hard to believe it all started with a very simple sit and survive game about checking cameras and closing doors. For years, people have been trying to unravel the mysteries of the purple guy, Remnant, Rogue AI, and well, whatever the hell is going on here. But after all these years, I have never seen anyone answer the core mystery at the very heart of this first game. The question that has plagued every player's mind when they took the time to look a little deeper and think just a
Yo,
little
Bandy.
bit about this eerie setting. Shouldn't the doors close when I run out of power? I mean, like, that's totally how electric doors work, right? They need power to stay open, and if they run out, then they slam shut, right? Well, I say
WTF.
this question has gone unanswered for long enough. Is this simply
No!
a stupid engineering decision from a company
Why did it blow up? It was nowhere near.
made so geniusly subtle that it's been overlooked for nearly a decade? Spoiler, but past deep dive into the engineering of this series, it's probably
It shouldn't have blown up.
literally eat my words. But this is the Five Nights at Freddy's Doors Explained. Richard, hit that intro.
Where'd my dirt go?
First, let's recap how these doors work in the games in case any of you have forgotten. I mean, this first game did come out nine years? The gameplay loop of the first Five Nights at Freddy's is incredibly simple. All you do is sit in a room and try not to get killed by the cast of Banjo-Kazooie if they were strangers in Times Square aggressively trying to take a picture with you.
But yes, DDX.
Security cameras to keep tabs on the floor animatronics. You can turn on the lights in the hallway to see if anyone's about to drop kick you from the shadows. And you can close the doors when Freddy and the gang get a little too close to the door. However, doing any of these things will slowly drain your battery. And if it runs out, then you can't check the cameras, you can't turn on the lights, and you can't close the doors. All you can do is sit and wait for one of those things to bring you your pizza. By pizza, I mean death. Alright, so the first question we need to answer, what's up with this battery thing? I mean, I'm no
Want me to get on
I
Minecraft?
checked, most restaurants don't run on double A's. Well, I think it's actually a pretty clear answer. If you take a moment to stop peeing your pants and look a little more carefully at the restaurant through the cameras, you'll
It's
see
okay
that
in
it's
playing
just
with
not
Pear.
in the best condition. It's dirty, it's run down, the animatronics are in disrepair. In short, it's pretty clear that this building is not in full operation. It's been closed for a while.
You can join though.
Closed, then there's a good chance that they've not been keeping up with the electric and they're running it off of some sort of generator, and not a very good one like that. So it's not literally powered by batteries. You couldn't raise this building when your user mode dies. It's just a generic sort of symbol for power. So that's why we have such limited power to begin with, but that doesn't explain why these doors drain it so dang fast. So I guess the first question we need to answer is why most real-life electric doors drain power when they're kept open. I think the first thing that comes to people's minds when they see an electric door like this is the doors on your car. Most people will know that if, hypothetically, your assistant Richard is an idiot who leaves the doors to your car open in your garage all night, then when you come out in the morning, it's going to be dead and you have to ask your annoying neighbor Fred to jump on it. Calm down. It's not working.
Where the bloody hell did he come from?
Keeping an electric door like this will drain power. However, that's not exactly the full picture here. It's not really the act of keeping the door drains power. Your car just automatically turns on all the interior lights whenever the door is open so that you can see. And that is what drains the power. Obviously, this isn't the case for FNAF. We see no lights or anything that are tied to the opening and closing of the door. So it seems like FNAF might be off the hook. I'm just kidding. It's never off the hook. It's on two hooks. The FNAF doors don't swing open like a regular door. Instead, they slide up and down. More akin to a garage door, only way more inefficient because it's just a big slab of metal for reasons. In order to open the door, you need to raise it up. Since gravity will constantly be trying to pull the door back down, you need to constantly be putting energy into the system to keep it open. I mean, or you might have some sort of mechanical stop at the top that's propping the door open, but at the very least, the act of opening the door should drain power. But if you want to keep it closed, you could just let gravity do its thing. That sounds like the easiest way to do it for me, but silly me, I should have known. Fazbear Entertainment was never one to do things the easy way, or in a way that makes any sort of logical or financial sense. They're not good at this. No, it's clear that for whatever reason, Fazbear Entertainment went out of their way to design these doors so they will remain fully open when disconnected from power, and require a constant input of energy to get closed. And no matter how stupid or illogical or needlessly reckless that reason will inevitably be, I intend to find it and I intend to fix it. I will not eat my words today. Okay, so just to get out of the way, the real answer to this question is just game design. If the doors close and you run out of power, you just keep them shut and you just win. Now, call me crazy, but I have a feeling that a game like that might not have been quite as hard. Oh, what's going on, my crazy crustaceans? It's your boy, Lobster Boy 427, back with another Let's Play. Today, we're playing a crazy game called 5.
Bam.
Alright, we got a little bit of spooky atmosphere here. And ladies and gentlemen, that was Five Nights at Freddy's.
Emoji grinning face with big eyes.
So, within the world of Five Nights at Freddy's,
Here you have fans, wow.
a logical explanation
I know.
for this design. Well, based on what I found,
Do they blow a lot of wind?
to a safety feature.
Probably. I don't know.
The spring lock suit, those guys. As the argument goes, the reason these doors are designed to remain open when the power goes out is because if it were the other way around and the power went out, then you
I thought it was funny, emoji crying loudly.
It was funny.
dive straight at your face, then this might not seem too bad. Better to be stuck inside.
Does what blow a lot of wind, emoji skull.
But what happens when 6 o'clock rolls around and you're running late? Even when the building was in full operation and not running off of a very limited generator like it is in the games, it'd be a real risk that in the event of a power outage or something, the security guard could get totally trapped inside.
His fans dummy.
You know what? I've had enough of cowering behind these poorly designed doors. I say we go out there and we show these animatronics who they're messing with. Here. Why don't we practice on that subscribe button below this video. You know what? Next time I see Bonnie, I'm gonna give him a tip.
Alexa, stop.
Next time Chica decides to stick her beak where it doesn't belong, maybe I'll give her a nice little heck. You know what? I think for Foxy, a simple click or tap would be enough to take it down. I mean, come on. Give it a shot right there. And if I ever see Freddy's smug little smile again, I'm gonna give him a one-way ticket to a Suplex City, just like this. So, this theory would suggest that they designed these doors to pop open in the case of a power outage to ensure that nobody gets trapped inside the security office. There are a couple of ways you could accomplish something like this. One would be to attach a cable to the top of the door, wrap that cable around some pulleys, and attach a big counterweight to the other side that's heavier than the door, which could probably be housed in this empty space that we see on the map of the building. Pressing the button on the door would pull the door down. You use power to keep it held in place, and then when you turn the power off, the counterweight will drop, and the door back open. That way, so long as the cable is attached, nobody could ever get trapped in the room. Problem solved. Based on what we can see of the door and the pizzeria layout, it seems like this is the most likely answer to me. But funnily enough, there's actually a real-life solution to this same problem that works a little bit different. It's called a door. I know it's a bit of a novel concept, but a door is actually not dependent on power at all. If the power went out, you could just turn this knob here, kind of off frame, and stick with me. You could just open the door and calmly exit the room. You could also, I don't know, like, prop a chair.
Hey, I am not dumb, most of the time. Dano, royal pair.
Like, seriously, Fat Bear, it's not that complicated. You just spent a ton of time and clearly a ton of money designing a door to solve a problem that doesn't exist. Like, I appreciate the effort. You identified a possible emergency scenario of a power outage, and you designed a way to allow your security guard to exit the building safely in the event of that emergency. But you could have...
Pair HES back, emoji crying loudly.
Every building ever with just a plank of wood and some hinges. I mean, it's not like a power outage is that serious of a thing anyway. It's not like everyone needs to evacuate the building immediately, and if the security guard just takes one moment to open a door and they're gonna die. No, they're gonna be fine. Unless a power outage is not the thing they were preparing for.
Landy's mean, emoji crying face.
Think about it. Freddy's is first and foremost a restaurant. Their main concern from a safety perspective wouldn't be power outages or security guards that they probably didn't need to hire getting stuck in the back rooms. No. Allow me to introduce to you all automatic fire doors. Doors that are designed to automatically open.
Dano, what?
A fire alarm being triggered are absolutely a real thing that exists in tons of modern buildings. But think about it. If you're running from an active fire, the last thing you want is to be caught in a bottleneck as people have to stop to open a door. Having all the doors automatically pop open can also help dissipate smoke so you're less likely to suffocate in an enclosed space. Obviously, the systems that run these doors can't be power dependent because a fire could easily damage the electrical systems of a building if the power hasn't already been shut off manually. So, having a
MHM
where if the power goes out, all of the fire doors automatically pop open is actually a pretty good safety consideration. The fire door explanation makes even more sense when you start to look at the layout of the FNAF 1 building specifically. These doors are on either side of the security office. You probably don't want patrons of the restaurant being able to walk in here whenever they want. These doors are probably kept locked most of the time. However, if we look at the map, we can see that the security office has an exterior wall, meaning that in all likelihood, there's probably a window right behind you. It kind of ruins the feeling of being trapped no possible escape in the games, but, I mean, in the event of a fire, that window could be someone's only way out.
Dano, did you call me? Candy's mean emoji crying face. She said hurtful words to me.
And the security office doesn't have a window, there's just more building on that side. The fact that it has a door on both sides effectively makes it a hallway. If someone is standing in this back corner and a fire broke out in the kitchen, spreading behind this doorway, then that person needs to be able to run through the security office to get out on the other side. And again, they can't do that if the doors are locked. In order to ensure that everyone can get out safely in the event of an emergency, these doors, and these doors specifically, need to be able to automatically unlock and pop open. Granted, yes, most real-life fire doors open and close like regular doors and not like blast doors from Star Wars or what's going on here, but I think there might be an explanation for that as well. It typically uses a door to open into a room, not into the hallway, so that way someone can't like accidentally leave something in front of the door in the hallway.
I don't think he cares. Emoji slightly smiling face.
Pretty small. Maybe there wasn't enough room to have doors swing in on both sides. Maybe they were worried that like the doors would hit someone who was inside and injure them.
Give me a sec. I'll be
Candy
back.
shush emoji zipper mouth face. Dano DDX? No. Dano Candy? C. Dano, where is Riggy? Candy is getting ready to make a thing. Night bitches. Night Isaac. I'm not a bitch ty. Dano, you're Riggy, so go find him somewhere. Dano, okay. Candy, didn't you call yourself a bitch? Ha ha ha, my brother's calling my grandparents. Sucks to be him.
Oh, my controller's dying. That's not a good thing to come back to.
They popped open, or they would like obstruct the window on the back wall, defeating the whole purpose. Look, I'll admit, it's not a great solution. I mean, just don't design the room to be so small to begin with, but
I can't sleep in Minecraft.
we're kind of doing all right. I mean, it's still not great. We're trying. And then, ironic twist, that is what is definitely a first on my Snap videos. Don't let the comments tell you otherwise. I think I was wrong. These doors are not another idiotic engineering decision in a very long list of idiotic engineering decisions on the part of Fazbear Entertainment. No, they were designed that way, first and foremost, to try to keep you safe in the event of a fire or other emergency. Granted, they didn't account for the emergency situation of the animatronics getting possessed by the vengeful children who got serial killed by the owner of the restaurant, which I would say it seems that this time around at least I'm forced to eat my words. What? But no, Richard, I'm not gonna eat my words. We're just gonna eat my words. It just means I'm gonna admit I was
Royal melon, royal pear. Ahiaha. Who is this child?
Just open the goddamn gate!
Candy is avoiding my question. I said frick you.
I swear to God, if it doesn't let me sleep, thank you.
I call myself a lot of things. Royal melon, me? A bitch is one of the many.
I've never used the stone cutter.
Can I say you my bitch or not? Sure, I don't care.
I hate this ad.
I pay how to use stone cutter.
I mean, I know how to use it, I just never have used it.
Royal melon, candy.
Over a month ago, someone in my Discord server posted posted a FNAF movie theory claiming William Afton was Michael's dad, and in it they cited the FNAF movie 2 teaser trailer. Wait, FNAF movie 2? Oh my goodness, it's real. These masterpieces are made by Screen Culture, the same guys responsible for works of art like Five Nights at Freddy's, Super Duper Ultimate Final Trailer, with thumbnails like Mike threatening Freddy with a gun,
Yes.
and Spring Bonnie wrapping Mike up in a gift. I know they don't necessarily try to hide the fact that these aren't official trailers. They usually put some kind of disclaimer or hint near the top of the description, but that doesn't mean much when they also plaster their thumbnails with official trailer. Some of their thumbnails go for a different type of shock value, like this one. Moana is 16. Sometimes they'll make trailers on movies that have pretty much no footage out, so they just keep the footage and dialogue as vague as possible, or they try to deepfake it. Just take notes, Disney. And that brings us to the FNAF 2 movie trailers, which they started making just over a week after the first movie came out. Since these trailers are good enough for some people to believe they're real, I'm going to rate them as if they were posted by Universal Studios themselves. It felt a little unfair to critique these trailers so harshly without making my own trailer and seeing if I could do a little bit better, so that'll be at the end of the video. First, we have the FNAF movie 2.
Royal Melon, where is Dano?
Who let Springtrap into the hospital? I like to imagine that the residents of Minnesota or wherever this is are just totally used to
Dano, figure it out.
shows up at the hospital like, yes, hello, I have come back to see my daughter. Of course, William, so sorry about what happened. We were told she was stabbed by a career counselor wearing a yellow rabbit suit. Make sure to look out for that guy.
I always come back.
I think this is supposed to be that black liquid that comes out of the foster kid's eyes in the actual movie, but it just looks like Bonnie has a new feet.
There's so much you don't know.
That line unironically goes hard. Oh no, Abby's going through an edgy phase. This is the funny thing about Screen Culture. The editing is both really surface level and really detailed at the same time. On one hand, I'm convinced this is AI generated because there's a bright blue on the front with no body and no ears, but right next to it, there's a picture of Mike's family on the fridge that's only shown for a brief second in the movie. I like how they went through all that effort to add that little detail, but also use AI art in the same frame. And no, they're not opposed to using fan art in their videos. That's coming soon. Let's see if that little family picture detail means anything in the plot they're building for the sequel.
Seems to be another location with more of them.
At this point, it's obvious they're using AI voices. Mike sounds like he accidentally took a double dose of his sleep pills for this one.
Did you really know who your father was, Mike?
This was the line the person in my Discord server was referencing. I would hate this if this were an official trailer because it gives away the twist of the movie in the trailer.
Royal Melon, figure it what? My house is so pretty and so proud, took me hours at best.
I would give the dialogue a 3 out of 10. Everything else would be a 1 or a 0. I know it seemed a little harsh to rate these as official trailers, but when some people believe these are real, I feel like it's unfair to critique them as if they were official. 1 out of 10 FNAF movie trailer overall. Now let's look at the full trailer. A lot of shots are used, but we have different music and some more 10 out of 10 dialogue.
That's why you're really here. To change what happened?
I wasn't kidding. That's 10 out of 10 dialogue. I like to imagine this is the blonde kid talking to William after he comes back. Like William is trying to regain control over the other animatronics, reverting what happened in the last movie. That would be a terrible direction for the plot because it would be the exact same movie done all over again, but that was a creative way to use that.
There are more victims we didn't know about, and that means...
Why does it show Garrett after he says that? The main driving force of the movie was Mike trying to know about what happened to Garrett, and he finds that out at the end of the movie.
Ever since you destroyed the pizza.
What is Gmod Freddy doing here? Honestly, seeing that in real life would be much scarier than regular Freddy. They're onto something.
We have been putting it back together.
I just realized that more victims we didn't know about combined with this
Out.
footage means William
Candy, did you fix your text messages?
more FNAF
Ick like out the door.
So it's just the
No.
first movie again. It improved. The exact same thing.
Oh, and Abby, there are some new friends I want you to meet.
In what context does William say this to either Abby or Mike? Is this another phone guy Easter egg?
It's broken.
Seriously though,
Like me.
Springtrap somehow talking to Abby about new friends is pretty creepy and interesting. The editing in this one was better.
Dano, I'm back.
But I would say the dialogue was a slight step down. 5 out of 10. I sure hope the plot doesn't get worse in the next two trailers. 2 out of 10 FNAF movie trailer. This one shows Burntrap and Springtrap tying Mike up to a tree in the thumbnail. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. Next up on the list is the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 full final trailer. This one is my favorite by far, for reasons you'll see very soon.
Those drawings, what do they mean now?
I would say they mean nothing, because Abby, as per the end of the last movie, is no longer communicating with spirits because those spirits moved on, allegedly. But I guess William had another 5-pack of 80s kids somewhere in the supply closet. So I guess we're back where we started.
Nothing stopped here. Nothing ended like you thought.
You gotta love it. It's just the most nothing thing you could ever say in a trailer ever. It's just like saying, this isn't over. It's like, yeah, the movie's gonna happen. Yeah, it can't be over yet, right? Oh, wow, William, you're looking pretty good for someone who's been dead for an entire year.
I have been watching you, Vic. I have been watching you both.
How? Again, William is a rotten corpse in a giant rabbit suit who's now probably wanted for stabbing his daughter, among other things. Does he see us when we're sleeping? Does he know that we're awake?
Afton had even more secrets than we thought.
Really? Are they really secrets when they're just more of the same things you already found out about him? It sounds like he just had more possessed animatronics lying around.
Candy, your phone is broken or your text stuck.
What happened was crazy? This line is hilarious to me. AI William voice said that so calmly, I'm convinced it used Springtrap's FNAF 3 jump scare as reference material. You thought that was crazy? Oh, buddy, just you wait for Freddy 2.0.
I don't know.
Freddy, except he's exactly the same. I give the editing on this one a 2 out of 10 because it felt random, and I'll give the dialogue a 1 out of 10, but it's a 7 out of 10 in my heart because it's really funny. The thumbnail shows Nightmare Bonnie behind Mike in a burning forest. I'm glad they chose that photo. The burning forest scene in the trailer was cinema. 1 out of 10 FNAF trailer. Now let's do the final trailer.
It's broken like me. Emoji slightly smiling face.
There's something I want to show you.
Oh, what is it?
New place. A place for my new friends. And you too, Mike.
That's a really, really good line, actually. A new place.
Looks very nice.
My new friends and you, Mike. That's genuinely menacing. Please give me more of that.
A new friend of mine.
They got a Jay's Cinema clip of Nightmare On. Nightmare On. Nightmare On is one of the only, out of all the hundreds of FNAF characters, one of the only ones that doesn't physically exist. And you can tell by just looking at it and all of its tentacles. It's only ever existed in plush form or in non-canon DLCs or in in-universe video games. As far as we know, it's the physical manifestation of death itself. Where did William get this much power?
The nightmare is just beginning, kid.
When isn't your brain broken?
Transitions were actually so sick, only for one of the last ones to have Jihad Freddy again. I give the editing on this one a 4 out of 10. Everything seemed pretty cohesive and it was synced well with the music. The dialogue is 3 out of 10 as well. 3.5 out of 10 FNAF trailer. The thumbnail shows Nightmare Bonnie chasing Mike, along with Springtrap and Burntrap. Springtrap and Burntrap in the same place. This is the last one. You can tell because it has the word last in the title. They definitely aren't going to make 10 more last final trailers when the official trailers release around a year from now. The thumbnail goes crazy too. Nightmare Bonnie has Michael chained up like a little canine in this one. I can't wait to see that in the trailer. This one wastes absolutely no time showing us Nightmare Freddy standing on one of the cameras.
Let my brain be.
It shows us Nightmare and it's some pretty well done 3D animation, especially for the last final trailer. There are other locations out there.
With many new friends for your sister to meet.
Why does William think Mike is going to take Abby to 5 different Freddy's or wherever? Is he doing an I visited every Freddy's Pizza in America YouTube video or something?
This is our last chance.
No, Mike. This is your last night.
I really like that one. To end the trailer, we get another clip of Nightmare walking up to Mike. And again, it's pretty good. These are the bits of these trailers that take the most effort to transform the original footage into somewhat new content. I wish they would do more of this, focusing on quality over quantity. I give this one a 3 out of 10 on dialogue and a 5 out of 10 on the editing, giving it a 4 out of 10 overall rating. I know Street Culture makes these trailers for fun and to hype up the fans for the real thing. I like the videos they make. I think they're a lot of fun. But
Candy is slowly going insane.
Their entire business model is based on deception in a way. My critique critiques of their videos and writing and whatever, that's all in good fun. I know it's impossible to make masterpieces on the daily. And speaking of good fun, I really enjoyed making my attempt at a teaser trailer. So here it is. When you have one of those machines, how much of whatever remains is still you? What I keep seeing, I don't know if it's a memory, a vision, but I can't get it out of my head. Are there any other places that I need to know about? I can't just move on with my life knowing that if he's out there, he's like they are, he doesn't have the option to. You're the only living person who could know anything about where he might be. I want you to rate my trailer in the comments, and feel free to be honest. This isn't just me begging for engagement for the algorithm. I genuinely want to know if this teaser is garbage or not. If everyone really likes this, I'll get a real voice actor and some 3D animations on this and post it on my second channel as its own video. And I'll make sure
Insane Dano, hey ha 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 ha.
make it clear that I'm not trying to mislead anyone. If people believe this one is real, it's their fault for not reading the title. I'm recording this just over 2 hours before posting this video. If you couldn't tell, I was trying to be nice. I just thought somewhere deep inside screen culture, there might be a group of people who enjoy making movie content trailers for the craft itself. And I didn't want to bash them for that. But boy was I wrong. Under the mustache and glasses, screen culture is a good old-fashioned content farm. My friend and fellow YouTube channel, Gavin Ganocha, stumbled across Screen Culture's community tab. On screen is the tamest example I could find that shows the vibe a lot of their posts go through. Most of these are extremely suggestive images, like I said, or even explicit images, with even more suggestive captions that are also usually sexist. Of course, a lot of these images are AI generated. Their second channel only posts short AI-generated movie recaps with Darman-style titles. They tend to cover movies with adult content for obvious reasons, and there's always a giant NordVPN affiliate link near the top of the description. NordVPN. I don't know how affiliate links work, or if you know what this channel is doing, but I say this all to say, Screen Culture, you're not a group of people working to make good content. You use whatever technology you can get your hands on to scam as many people as possible, and you promote Disney trailers and R-rated movie scenes on the same channel page. You serve zero purpose besides tricking children into believing your lies.
I've been insane longer than you, child.
I take back every good thing I said about you in this video. Shout out to my glorious channel members, they got to see this video early. And if you're in the mood for more silly little videos, click here to watch my video explaining all of FNAF 1 through 8 in 487 seconds. This is William Appleton. He's a furry. This is Henry Emmett. He's dressed like a minion, but not a furry. They both like making robots, so they team up to run a Chuck E. Cheese's starring the Yellow Bear and William's persona. This restaurant was called Fredbear's Family Diner. It was located in Lincoln, Utah. And it did great. Everything was great. Until it wasn't. Mr. Appleton thought that human dancing was much better than Fredbear's, so he and Henry...
Insane Dano, I'm not a child, sad.
William spent so much time role-playing that Michael had to watch his younger brother 24/7, which made him angry, so he tried to scare him by putting him in...
Yes, you're Ray. R.
So there was absolutely no doubt. William Appleton was less than happy about the death of the kid, so he did what any logical person would do. He buried the body in his backyard, and he tried to bury his grief and anger in more furry role-playing, which didn't work, and he went completely mad and drove up to Henry's daughter, who had been pushed outside by some mean kids, which ultimately led to her being slain. And after the company miraculously survived, William Appleton and Henry Emily opened some Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria locations at some point in the early to mid-80s, with some quirky new characters. William Appleton was in his natural habitat, performing his favorite activity, furry role-playing, when he realized that something was off about the security button animatronic. So he picked up a new hobby to test this hypothesis. He developed some new technology and started testing it out on his other son, Michael. He needed to...
Insane Dano, no, I'm not sad.
What happened to Charlie? The first was Susie, not that Susie, this one. Then there was Jeremy, Fritz, Gabriel, Cassidy. To make sure he properly tested his theory, he put the kids very close to the animatronics. And they started behaving strangely too, all because William Appleton was somehow able to keep chugging along. He was never arrested for the missing children incident due to lack of evidence, but there was enough evidence for Henry to kick William out of the company. But as I said, the funny yellow rabbit man wasn't done. So in 1987, when Henry tried to rebrand with a newer and more secure location, William made his way back somehow, as he always seems to do. And he made
Shuri.
children go missing all over again. Apparently in the exact same suit, according to the phone guy. Well, the original animatronics started acting up again. The Williams sightings also caused the saved models to go haywire as well, because it can be hard to tell if someone's a murderous furry at first glance. Which must be why William Appleton needed more subjects to further test his hypothesis.
So meow.
Truly be called a theory, using his infinite level of charm to get children to follow him like some kind of lagomorphic Pied Piper just wasn't yielding enough. He needed something more. Then he had it, the perfect plan. First, he needed to dismantle the animatronics that he had stuffed the children into all those years ago, to harness the remains of all the pain that he had caused with his horrible deeds and make them
Insane Dano, hey ha 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 ha. Candy and this other kid are going insane.
But the souls of those whose lives he had ended cornered him, so he reverted to his comfort zone, his default state of being. But the rage took him to the suit. William Appleton's story was about to end where it started. And it all happened because even though he had literally died, William Appleton would eventually find some way to come out. There was just one issue. William told his daughter not to get close.
Insane Dano.
William's bigger project that he needed extra children for in episode 4 turned out to be Sorry, I couldn't help myself. These were high-tech animatronics built exclusively to capture children. From the start,
Now you're a child.
Programmed to count how many people are in the room and enter death mode when there was only one person left. Elizabeth Appleton ended up alone with baby, and now her soul was trapped in the killing machine. Michael had been applying to work in the same places as his father to make sure he didn't relapse into his illegal and routine. But now Michael had no clue where he was, so he headed to his dad's secret bunker and found some instructions left by his father.
Candy aren't you also technically a child?
And he decided to follow the instructions because he knew that there had to be some way to put Elizabeth back together. And Michael Appleton knew he could do it, so he headed deep down into the bunker. He did a little bit of controlled shopping, and things started to go horribly wrong really quickly. That night,
So are you so shush?
didn't notice her strange obsession with the idea of pretending, so he decided to trust her. He followed all the instructions day by day and watched his father's least favorite TV show in between shifts, like flirty father, like son, as they say, because on the fourth night, Michael found himself trapped in a spring-locked sea. He also
In the more mature child with darker thoughts.
whatever this is, a familiar-looking pink and white fox, and Miss Scoop. Wait! Who said that? It turns out that the voice that called Michael down into this underground location wasn't really his sister. It was a strange endoskeleton.
Insane Dano, I'm not a child, Candy said.
It climbed inside the sweet Michael and used his body as an exoskeleton until the psychotic crew of characters were now free to roam the wild, and Michael was now dead. But he didn't let that stop him. Like his father, he willed himself back to life, because Michael walked around as a purple corpse, still trying to find his out-of-control father, and the inner gang was also staying busy. They realized that Elizabeth was kind of a daddy's girl, to say the least, so they kicked her out, and in response, she got a lobster claw and roller skates somehow. All
Believe
told,
what you want.
a dude wearing a furry suit for the last 30 years, a Michael wearing his own dead purple skin for the same amount of time, a vaguely Freddy-shaped endoskeleton abomination, this, and a puppet. I'll call them the Scrap Squad. Henry saw all of this and decided that these individuals probably shouldn't have free reign over Utah, so he made a plan to end them. First, he trapped the puppet in a Freddy suit. Then he hired Mike to manage a new Freddy's restaurant. But here's the twist. It wasn't a restaurant. It was a metal box with a labyrinth of vents that looked like a pizzeria on the outside. Once all of the Scrap Squad ended up in this pizzeria simulator, he burned it all down and gave one of the hardest speeches ever spoken as all of the scrap games smoldered. Actually, we technically never saw Lefty burn. Shut up! What was I saying? Oh yeah, Henry's bonfire managed to set Mr. Appleton's soul free. But before he got to his final destination, someone stopped him.
He had committed many specific crimes, and those crimes earned him an eternity in a small office with 58 other furries, 2 of which were versions of himself. William probably could have handled 57 other furries, but 58 was an entirely different case.
Please deposit 5 coins.
They attacked him relentlessly, unless he managed to fend them off for 270 seconds, which caused the cycle to restart.
Please deposit 5.
It turned out that there were actually only 2 people he Afton and the one he shouldn't have killed.
So what am I, Candy?
The one controlling all of the manifestations of Afton's animatronics, except for maybe the puppet, forcing him to endure this unbearable torment.
Please deposit 5 coins.
Who was this Pinterest? We aren't sure about their identity, but we do know which character they possess.
Please deposit 5 coins.
Occasionally, when Afton survived against almost all the animatronics at max aggression, he would catch a glimpse of the remodeled Fredbear suit, twitching in extreme anger. The one that he shouldn't have killed has been torturing him ever since. Fair warning, we're getting into some book lore here, which canon into the game is a little iffy. This part of the video comes from Bunny Call Story, The Man Wrote 1280. William may have been burnt to an absolute crisp, but he wasn't done yet, as the nurses at the Heracles Hospital soon found out. All readings indicated that this shell of a man was trapped in a nightmare, and there was an extra stream of consciousness in his brain, almost like there were 2 souls in there. He managed to communicate with Father Arthur Blythe, telling him that his final wish was to go to Fazbear Entertainment Distribution Center. Poor Arthur didn't know who this guy really was, so he worked tirelessly to convince the hospital staff to let him fulfill William's wish. When they finally said yes, and Arthur took William to the distribution
A death more mature child than me with less problems than me.
and then an invisible kid infected Fetch, Elda Doll, Foxy, and Plushtrap. And that's everything we somewhat confidently know. I think we can all agree that 2023 has been a massive year for FNAF fans. Between the release of Ruin, Help 1 and 2, and of course, the FNAF movie, there's been quite a bit to talk about. On top of all of that, there were also a plethora of FNAF fan games announced and released in the latter half of this year.
Literally the opposite of me.
One bingeable video. You'll hear about the game made by the team behind the biggest
Insane Dano, Candy.
and maybe scam, the banned FNAF 3 Plus, a remastered edition of one of the most controversial fan games of all time,
Dano.
and a bonus video that hasn't been posted to this channel yet about FNAF in Texas. If you're watching this in 2026, how is the second FNAF movie? Has the world ended yet? Mascot form. That newfangled little term that everyone is throwing around. We have FNAF, Poppy Playtime, Hello Neighbor, Garden of Banban, and a bunch of other fan games that are trying to start their own franchises. We're getting more, and we're going to keep getting more whether we like it or not. That's right, Mascot Horror is getting another brightly colored face to capture the sub-goldfish attention.
Insane Dano, yes.
Hello! Yowie may be the kind of sound you'd hear in a cartoon when somebody suffered a minor injury, but also...
You asked Candy. What you need.
On the outside. Do you see how I avoided saying Kinder there? Here's one now. It's shiny and blue and has a big moustache, just like your Uncle Corpse. Yes, this is Ditty, apparently, named after the little song he hums whenever he goes on a killing spree. Yeah, so the idea is rather naked. It's like a little character thing, and you know, by putting slightly different tin foil on them, they can make other characters like Booth here, not to be confused with the British Booth, which is Emily Booth, an actress. She doesn't look like this generally.
Bro, I was being tortured in Spanish class.
There we are. It's quite a nice idea.
You're being tortured in Spanish class. That doesn't sound good.
Off their flesh for the chocolate inside. So how does this work? Because of course we know that in America Kinder eggs are illegal because they have like food entirely encasing something inedible inside. Well, the way these work is they have a little ridge. Allow me to destroy. What's that I mean there? I know you people collect them.
Pardon.
Imagine having to take Spanish.
And then the chocolate just comes straight off, revealing this mislaid. What the fuck?
I know, right?
This is shape and horror, but actually this is kind of worse. It looks like there's a mould, and you can find something very rude inside. Oh well, that's something to look forward to. And
Insane Dano, where is it?
you know what? I wasn't wrong. Yeah, they're more. I think we'll call that a generic Yowie.
Imagine having French.
Like them. You never
I know, right?
Chocolate would be bitter and
decent. The whole Kinder thing, of course, is it's very milky.
I haven't taken languages since like 2020.
Yeah, they go for the bitter and shit end of the market.
2021-ish.
Kind of like when you go to your grandma's house.
I don't have to take it.
Chocolates off a Christmas tree, but you kind of suspect they've been there for 5 years.
Don't.
That kind of chocolate. Oh dear. That's quite poor.
I had to do one
I've got to tell you,
until I did GCSEs and then I dropped it.
Look, they look like turds. Laid all over. Oh God, what's happened? Oh man, how bad is that getting on the old sofa? Oh dear. If any companies out there want to sponsor me a new sofa, by all means get in touch. It'll cost you a fucking fortune, so it is in the background of all the videos, but I think this one's similar to disintegrate, or possibly collapse into a kind of black hole of tat, which would be interesting to watch, but wouldn't help me while filming. Anyway, let's actually see what's inside. I'm not holding out much hope for the toy off the chocolate, frankly, but...
Oops, I hate school.
It is a model polar bear. Ursus maritimus. Welcome to Yowie, but here's all the gang. Boof, Crag, Squish, Rumble, Ditty, and Nap. They sound like a sort of evil counterparts to the Seven Dwarves. We could possibly come and attack them in a sequel. There we are, Disney. Get in touch. I'm sure you need ideas like that. That's actually really nice. It's a really nice little model of a polar bear. It's really detailed, it's really solid, it's nicely painted. That's fantastic. That's... I don't know how much these things are. Thank you to whoever sent them in, but my God, that's like really good. Also, I've just noticed that Poof is out of date by a month or so. And what was the other thing? He's well within date. I'm glad I ate Ditty. Hey, I'm just genuinely impressed by that. Nice one. What's in the other one? Come on, come on.
Insane Dano, I said, where is Ricky said.
Some form of cat with big lugs. Lynx, I would assume. No, it's a caracal. Never fucking heard of one. Looks like a bit like a lynx. So I'm going to call it Lynxy Caracal, which also is the name you should give to your next born child, anybody who's watching this right at the moment. That, again, is really nice. Genuinely impressed by that. Well, I can't... Well, he goes back and thinks of the chocolate. Well, the toys in the Yowies are really excellent. Not so excellent as the chocolate. So if you don't really fancy the chocolate but want a nice toy, the Yowie is quite a good thing. Also, there's this disturbing fibre on here. Please don't be a pubic hair. No, it is an artificial fibre. Oh, thank God for that. Probably out the sofa disintegrating yourself more. Anyway, if you can get hold of a Yowie, why not? Just don't choke on the toy inside. Oh my God, I found another one. There was a penguin in it. Now that's entertainment.
Figure it out.
Left your wedding book to the last minute? Use the Google app for iPhone. Search with your camera, type fascinator, and sorted. Best dress goes to... Download the Google app.
Bloody hell, are we still doing these? Flurp. Yes, it is time for a loot crate, or maybe a late crate this time, or maybe even a late crate.
Insane Dano, figure it out.
And basically this is in cent box, but I'm opening it in January, because it's only just arrived. Simple as that. Of course, having the Christmas post or something, presumably. But I tell you what, I get more bloody correspondence when I'm late with a loot crate unboxing than for
Yes.
anything else. The people seem to really love me opening them up for some reason. Maybe it's because I'm the only person on the internet who doesn't always seem to be really pleased with every single bloody thing inside for some reason. Anyway, what's the theme this time? Can't remember. It's so bloody long. Probably should have looked that up. Well, we'll find out. It'll be written on the front of the magazine. And they've been pretty good recently. They've made, I think, the correct decision of giving you fewer items, but they are higher quality items. I think that's the way to go, so it's not full of fucking inflation. No, let's not even go there. Right, what's inside? It's t-shirts. Flip me inside out. That sounds rude. I'm not going to do that. So, it's a shirt. Oh, it's like a Christmas jumpery thing. Oh, for God's sake, that's not very useful when it arrives in bloody January, is it? So what have we got? Sort of 8-bit stuff? Is it a tie-in or something? Not that I can tell. That looks like a big Gatling gun, the satellite dish or something. Maybe it's just something that I'm not recognising right now. Is it supposed to be the Mars rover? Yeah. Are these all real things? No, wait. A little bit of thing the giant. Is that the International Space?
CPUs. You know, the computer players in video games that are meant to substitute for actual people.
Ricky Deno. Are you okay?
They usually aren't good. In Mario Kart Wii's case, the CPUs aren't meant to be incredible, but with all the shortcuts, driving techniques, and strategies as simple as wheeling, it isn't all too difficult to beat the CPUs. In fact, I'm going to take it a step further and say it isn't all too difficult to beat them by an entire lap. In this challenge, the rules are simple. It's a 4-race Grand Prix, each race being on a different track. Ultra shortcuts aren't allowed, but regular shortcuts are. In each race, I need to lap at least one of the CPUs, and if not, I start over. With that out of the way...
Candy is hitting the boogie.
This seems pretty good. I mean, I think, because with strategic items I can pull mushrooms, and then I don't think the CPUs pull shocks. I'm not certain on that, but I'm okay. I'm not sure what's going to be better, long tracks or short tracks. Because with long tracks, I don't know how rubber banding works, like how well the CPUs will follow you. Let's just start with VC3. Let's see how this goes. So another thing to think about, I guess it wouldn't make that big a difference, but it's nice that the items are like right in the start here, because I'm going to want to bag with triple mushrooms. Alright, that's number one. That amount of time saved, I mean... Oh yeah, I'm correct. Okay, Mario. Trying to mess me up. But I'm unstoppable. I'm liking this lead. Definitely does not seem out of the picture. I think with like second place and third place, they'll probably get at least close to catching up because they're just programmed to... Yeah, it's rubber banding. They're like trying to catch up with you basically, so they can be at least somewhat challenging. But like Dry Bones and Luigi back there, yeah, they're catching up. I'm starting to feel uncertain about this one. Dry Bones is making mistakes. So maybe, okay, if he makes some more mistakes, then we're fine. I'm just thinking, I gotta be finished with lap 3 before he's finished with lap 2. And when I think about it like that, it's harder than I actually envisioned it would be to do this fast. It still doesn't look super close. Can I pull another mushroom? Oh, wait. The unexpected Luigi mistake. Darn. I actually didn't make it. I was close, too. Okay. Let me just go the other direction. We're gonna try a really short track, Ghost Valley 2. Just give it a shot. See how it goes. And you know what? I'm also gonna not even bag for shrooms here. I'm just gonna go for it because, you know, get all the time save I can possibly get. Okay, you know what? No, there's too good an opportunity. I'm gonna bag for shrooms once. Just because I can do this. Like, come on. That's sick. I think that's slower than just bagging normally, though. Oh, these fools. They don't even get it. They don't even know what they're doing. I mean, that's a Nintendo intended shortcut. They put the ramp there. Why did none of the CPUs do it? I mean, it's just free time save. Even I took that terribly, and I'm still... I might not laugh at you. No, I think I will. I very well could. Okay, I think this is a better shot than BC3. I'm gonna have to play it pretty well, but I think I could have lapped, like, without the little, I want to try without the backing, because I don't think the shrooms save that much. You know, doing the cut with the shroom, you can do it without a shroom and it's still pretty fast. Oh wait, second place shroom? Maybe? It's fine. Nice, dude. No bagging at all. Not a second place box. Nothing. We're just going for it. Actually, this feels similar to with the shrooms. It doesn't feel much different looking at the mini-map. And I think it's going to be somewhat up to RNG whether or not the CPUs fail. Oh my gosh. Whether or not they fail or they snipe me from a mile away. Look, dude, maybe Mario was so close. Maybe I can still catch him. Oh, I might still... Yo! No freaking way! I'm bypassing all these people, man! Look at that! We beat 4 people lapped. Even though that crazy green shell happened. I'm happy with that. Okay, so Ghost Valley 2 is not that bad. Just don't mess up. Don't bag, I guess. And really, you can mess up a little bit. It's okay. The first 2's not that bad. Just don't mess up. Don't bag, I guess. And really, you can mess up a little bit. It's okay. The first track had been decided. Ghost Valley 2 wasn't very hard, even with the random green ship.
When you think of enemies in Mario games, what is the first one that comes to mind? Goomba! No, not Goomba. Well, okay, maybe. But touching Goombas in every Mario game would be too simple. So, today we are going to focus on the other most iconic Mario enemy by seeing how fast you can touch a Koopa in every Mario game, starting with the original Super Mario Bros. On the NES. Alright, so all we need to do here is make our way through the early part of World 1-1 until we reach the first ever Koopa in the Super Mario game. Next we've got the Lost Levels, and dang, we almost touched a Koopa without even having to play the game. But yeah, this is a quick one. Now what I really want to know is what's going on with this red Koopa up here and why he's in prison. What crimes have you committed? On to Super Mario Bros. 2 now, and as I'm sure most of you already know, Mario 2 wasn't originally a Mario game, but instead a reskin version of another game, Doki Doki Panic. So because all of the enemies in Mario 2 actually come from Doki Doki Panic, there are no Koopas in this game. But that being said, there were some visual adaptations made to better fit the Mario theme, including this Koopa shell you can pluck from the ground here. Alrighty, moving on to Super Mario Bros. 3, where there are definitely Koopas. So yeah, this is a pretty straightforward one. All we gotta do is head into World 1-1, then jump over this piranha plant to touch a Koopa.
And she is gonna. Dude delayed.
What a sweet little orc village. Let's make some trees nearby. A few rivers with a happy little bush over here. Perfect. And some cats. Everybody loves cats. What are you doing? My innocent cats? No! You will answer for it.
But next up is Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. And this game is special because not only are there Koopas, this is the only game where the Koopas explode. Ooh, that was close. Next we've got Super Mario World, the Mario game with by far the most Koopas. Now for this game we've got 2 options for the first level, so let's try going left to start. Right away we can stomp on this big guy, which I guess is technically a Koopa, but is it really a Koopa without its shell? Probably. But regardless, let's check out the level on the right, where if we just run a bit to the right here, we reach the absolute Koopa-touching gold mine. Alright, Super Mario Land 2. One thing I appreciate about this game compared to the first one is how they supersized everything, so it makes it a lot easier to see stuff. So let's go ahead and touch one of these big Koopas early on here. on to Super Mario 64. So you may have already noticed, but in this video I'm switching things up a little bit and not counting the intro cutscenes as part of the time for each game. I'm only starting the timer once we first gain control of Mario. And now that we have control, let's head into the castle and hop into Bob-omb Battlefield. Okay, so if we head this way past these Goombas and up the bridge, I could have sworn there was a Koopa here, but that's okay. Instead, let's just make our way up the mountain and chuck around old Uncle Mustachio up here to get the first star. Then we'll just hop back in so we can go ahead and touch this.
My brother.
Get our head munched on by this.
NOO.
Next up is Super Mario Sunshine. And
Mistake.
What this game that I always like is all the new species they introduced. As a result, though, some of the ones we're more used to seeing got left behind, but that doesn't mean there are no Koopas. We'll just need to round up some shines before we're able to find them, though. So let's quickly speedrun what I believe are the 10 easiest shines in Super Mario Sunshine in the very early part of the game. Number 1, spray the rainbow sherbet goop monster. Number 2, take out Shadow Mario in the most optimal way possible so we can enter Bianco Hills and get the first shine there. After that, there's a bunch of shines we can get early on in Delfino Plaza. So we'll get the one hidden in the sand here. We'll go down this pipe and make it to the bottom of the slide. We'll swim to this island just to say hello to this guy because, you know, he looked lonely, and not because I thought there was a shine out to get here. Then we'll break some boxes a couple of times before finally entering Gelato Beach. Here we can get
murdering me
inside the Sandcastle Super Stage, and one more by spraying this purple plant blob thing to reveal its little secret hideout. Then back out to Delfino Plaza after getting chucked through a window for our tail shine and also a concussion. All that's left to do is blast ourselves over to Pinna Park, where we can finally say hello to the Koopas of this game. And apparently they say hello by electrocuting you. On to New Super Mario Bros., the first of what I like to call the era of Koopas. Anyways, we can find a Koopa early on here in World 1-1. And while we're at it, let's touch Koopas in the rest of the games. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Mario Bros. 2, and New Super Mario Bros. U, which also all have Koopas pretty early on in World 1-1. Next, we've got the Super Mario Galaxy games, which continue a trend for 3D Mario games of not having nearly as many Koopas. So, after a few minutes of intro cutscenes... Oh, that's not good. Well, hopefully that doesn't become a problem later. Anyways, after the cutscenes, we need to progress a decent amount through the game before we can touch Koopas. So let's chase some rabbits, beat up a big baby, play some tennis with Dad, tickle a giant Mama Bee, become a master at surfing. That was the low battery's fault, I swear. Before finally blowing up a giant mech to unlock Space Jump Galaxy, where after being forced against our will to rescue a bunch of toads, we can eventually meet our first Koopas of the game. Mario Galaxy 2 is a pretty similar story. You would think there would be more Koopas with how many different galaxies there are in these games. But regardless, let's progress through the intro portion, beat up another big baby, spit some spiky balls at Grumpus McWumpus over here, and then keep progressing through the entire first world. Alright, let's just go ahead and grab this. Oh, that's okay. We'll just get it on the next go around here. Oh, that's fine. You know what they say, third time's a charm. Okay, got it. That was weird, how the star kept moving. Anyways, once we get to Bowser Jr.'s fiery tortilla, you'll notice some dry bones here, but I'm not going to count those because I'm looking for a living, breathing Koopa. So we'll just quickly take care of this dragon
Hi,
boss
Pear.
here and...
What's up?
That's okay. I am
Again.
a professional speedrunner. I can handle this. I hope I have double A's. Okay, we're back. So yeah, let's just take care of this boss, then move on to World 2, where we'll need to complete some puzzles, and
again.
Yoshi some spicy peppers before finally reaching Cosmic Code Galaxy, where we can touch a Koopa. On to Super Mario 3D Land, where Koopas are once again rare enemies, only showing up in 4 levels in this game. But luckily for us, one of those levels is World 1-2. So let's quickly make our way through and touch this first Koopa here. You know, I bet if I just time this perfectly,
Can you
I
join
can
me?
get here without getting hit. Okay, on to Super Mario 3D World.
I can't join you. I'm here.
Rabbit, Goombas, but no signs of Koopas anywhere, so we'll just speedrun through World 1 on to World 1-2.
1-1M.
Okay, if there are no Koopas here, then alright, we're good. Now we've got Super Mario Odyssey, and this one is unique because there are no more Koopa enemies. There must have been some kind of
Candy join
or
Emily.
something, because we've still got Goombas, we've got frogs, we've got rabbits.
Are you doing at 1-1M?
Big Mama Rabbit in the face. We can make our way to Sand Kingdom.
It's 11 p.m.
We.
First friendly Koopa. Alright, Bowser's Fury. So it appears the
I got a cool mod.
didn't last very long because we are back to having Koopa enemies in this one. In order to touch one though, they make you work for it a little bit. So we'll make our way through the intro part and then get to collecting some more cat shines. Alright, here in the first area of the game, we've got a few different places.
Oh wait, it's 1 p.m.
There's these boomerang
Later.
bros, but
Yeah.
I'm looking for a good old-fashioned Koopa
Go to
Troopa
sleep.
whenever possible. So let's collect
I will in a minute.
to unlock the next area.
Candy.
And also same thing with Koopa
Pair stay
Troopa.
streaming for hours-ish if you can.
Koopa. 1, he's not a Koopa Troopa. 2,
I don't know if I can. I'm pretty tired.
Goop on him, so we might not even be touching
I
him
might
at
just
all.
like
So
head off and then
slam him and move on to the next section where we
I might
can
just
let's
like
go over to our familiar friends.
go off and
Finally, we've got Super Mario Bros.
get some rest,
Much more accommodating
and then
to
come
the,
back when I'm rested.
stuff in games quickly crowd by letting us skip cutscenes in their more recent games. Honestly, that's okay. 'cause I'm
Don't
sure
be a
none of
coffee
you
addict like
remember
Candy.
anything related to
I'm
some
not gonna be.
magical castle
What was that?
transfiguration is
Me
happening, so let's just
stretching.
skip through these. Alright, here we are in World 1-1. No signs of Koopas so far, and that's
Coffee is good though.
flower.
Coffee is good, but not at 11 p.m.
On to World 1-2 now, where we'll just zoom by these very ordinary, non-musical piranha plants and carry on to World 1-3. I don't know why these ferrets are so scared of me. I'm just out here looking for some Koopas. Oh, and there we go. Oh. Okay, maybe
Go
they're
to sleep.
afraid to be afraid. And for the
You're
final
right,
results,
Dr. Pepper
here's
is.
how long it takes to touch a
Well,
Koopa
yeah, I'm gonna go to
Mario
bed.
game, from slowest to fastest. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoy these kinds of videos, it would mean a lot if you subscribe. And if you'd like to support me further, you can find a link to my Patreon either on screen or in the description. Any support there would be greatly appreciated. And
There is
it'll
3
help me
triple
continue to
life.
make these videos consistently moving forward. But that's enough
Yeah.
for me. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
I will.
There is 2 triple life server.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. I'm going to sleep.